It's an interesting counseling topic. I really love this topic, focus and memory. The reason I love this topic because I think this is one essential thing that you're missing. So you will have a counseling. किस तरह के लोग आएंगे इसमें आपको? So you will have people coming from different background. Can be anyone, can be professional, can be somebody who's into education, can be an entrepreneur, can be somebody who's an artist, all sort of people from all walk of life. Because focus and memory, think about it. Focus is really crucial these days. You must have experienced in your life that you have been sitting on the computer, you think you're doing something, and you have been doing something, and you don't know what. Focus can be something like that. Sometimes you're trying to focus on something. This is very, very hard to focus. So we will learn what focus is, how you can protect your focus, how you can improve your focus is a second story. Everybody knows how to improve your focus. Something brilliant you'll be learning today is how to protect your focus that you already have. And plus, how this memory is combined with focus and how a good memory can really help. What are the techniques? How you can improve your memory? There are the different techniques that we'll talk about. And the more information on this, definitely we'll keep sharing on the group. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what do we have. First thing says that time management is just an excuse. So you have been hearing that, we talk about time management. It tells that the time management is just an excuse now. I mean, not really. So when we say people time management, it's like time management is not a problem. The reason why? Because if you know anyone, if you know one person who is managing a lot of things in the same time. And I can tell you, there must be a lot of person, there must be a lot of person who is managing a lot of things in the same time period, right? So, and you can take an example. You just look around, you'll find that aapke paas bhi itna hi time hai, somebody else has the same time, but somebody is managing a lot of things. Now, how they are managing so much things? The reason why they're managing so many things because they're somewhere managing their focus, not the time. Time is absolutely okay. Everybody has the same time, but it's a matter of focus that determines the quality of time. So it talks, the focus management is the real problem. Time management is not the problem. People can manage time easily. But so let's say, if I may ask you, can you manage 1 hour of time for our special discussion, please? You're like, okay, maybe you can. But if I say, hi, could you also ensure that you stay focused for 1 hour? You're like, I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, all I can do is I can give you time. I'm not sure about my focus. Focus management is the problem. Time management is okay. You can manage time. So sometimes happens, let's say, even if you study or you do work, either you do household work or you do some educational or you work as corporate, whatever you do, you see that, let's say 2 hours, you plan 2 hours for planning. They have, how you're really gonna plan your week. In 2 hours, if you're focused, you can see the same thing can be done in 1 hour. But if you're not focused, even 5 hours are nothing. So it's about focus in time. It's not about time. How much focused you are in that time period determines how efficient you will be during that time. If you're not focused, even 5 hours, you can be this productive. So it's all about focus. It's all about focus, not about time, because time is a limited resource. Everybody has the same limited resource, but focus is not limited. I can be very focused on something, and you can be very focused on something else. So focus is the variance. Focus is the X factor, not the time. So if you're really focused, 1 hour is equal to someone's 10 hours. That's what it is. So it's not about time, it's about focus. I want to hear something from you and understand from any one of you. Did you have any situation like this before? When we talk about time and focus, did you have any situation like this before? When you talk about you had a lot of time, but you're not able to focus. How many of you have how many have experienced in your life? The focus is a challenge. Neha, yes. You want to share something? Any incident or something like?
It's not an incident now. It's become more of a practice because I've learned Kathak. So I've always tried to incorporate an hour of practice into my daily routine.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't happen because of my studies, which have become a little hectic because my master's going to end right now.
Yeah.
But now that I have time, I'm at home, it still becomes a problem. I don't know why. I have
Absolutely.
time. I can easily take out 1 hour for my dance practice, but it's not happening every day.
True. This
So
is
I think
exactly what I
I
was
don't
referring.
know. Yeah. So I do it like every alternate day or every third day, but it's not happening every day.
Absolutely.
So probably that's the reason, because now I have time. So now there's no excuse of not having time.
Very true. Very true. Neha. If you remember, sometimes I don't know, maybe especially in this school. Say school में जब हम अपना homework करके नहीं ले जाते थे, and the teacher had a fantastic question. 24 घंटे में क्या कर रहे थे? And I was like, हाँ बात तो सही है. So.
Sir, I would like to share something.
Yes, please, Paul me. Yes.
Like as you know, like I'm a classical vocalist. So what we need to do is we need to practice minimum 4 hours a day, every day. And it
Absolutely.
is like I'm learning music from the age of 6. And yeah, during my post graduation, I took a break for 2 years. But yeah, practice was there. I was not learning then. So now when this lockdown is going on, whenever we are talking, like the aspiring musicians or aspiring vocalists, so everyone is like, when it started, everyone decided that we will do more practice. So if you're doing 4 hours now, it can go up to 5 hours, 6 hours, no one to disturb, nowhere to go and all. So some of my friends, they're finding it very difficult now. They're saying ki, we are not able to concentrate, we are getting stressed because the concerts are getting cancelled, we are not sure about the future. And there are several reasons they're giving, like we are doing the household work and all these things, so we're not getting time. What we have planned, it's not going accordingly. So it is happening for the last 2 weeks. We are discussing this over the phone and all, and I'm trying to tell them that see, future, we don't know what is lying in the future. So when we are going to get our next concert, or when the events will start, we have no idea. What the best we can do is we can just practice, we can just keep on practicing. And I told them that, okay, you don't have to increase the time of your practice, but at least like you try to maintain the schedule which you are maintaining before this.
True.
So some of them, they yesterday also we were having a discussion on a WhatsApp group. Some of them are saying, okay, we are back on the track. Some of them are still finding it difficult because they're not used to do all this household thing when they are staying at home.
Right.
This type of like people, you're not getting depressed, you're just being lazy. So just wake up and practice. Depression is something else, just getting lazy and not practicing deliberately. So you just wake up and practice, start practicing. Once you start practice, you'll get the vibe and you'll continue.
Yeah, you can tell them you cannot be depressed unless you are stressed for 90 days. And you say it's only been a few days of lockdown. So I reject your application of depression. So anyway, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else want to share that situation like this, that you have time and you know the time? And I have something to share, say here, Palami, when you say, especially in a situation when you don't know, sometimes there will always, most of the times life will always have a situation when you don't know what's going to be, but you have to keep going. If you want to reason yourself and give others a reason, let's say if you have a counselee who has the same situation, why do I do what I do? I don't know where it's going to be anyway. Tell them. Few examples like, when it's too dark, you cannot see your hand, right? You can't see yourself. But that doesn't mean you're not there. You're right there. When you see the sea, when you see the sea or ocean, what do you see? You see nothing but water. But the truth is, there is something over the sea. In the foggy days, in the winter days, you see that you cannot see anything. So how do you see things? As you walk, as you see. There's only so much you can see. You cannot see everything right from there. But as you walk, as you see. But this exactly sometimes life puts you in a situation. You just cannot see what's there. You just continue to have to do and work to see what's next. There is no way you can see everything right from here. So it's a very possible, this is how you can reason. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yes. Someone else was to share something? I think Amita or
Yeah,
yes.
I can share about books. Means reading books is nowadays really like a needs a lots of focus from me, and I'm not able to focus. It
Okay.
really takes time to read one book at least 15 days or 20 days. Earlier,
Yeah.
I used to read a book in a day, and now it takes 15 days or 20 days. And most of the time, I really leave half or half reading book. I don't want to complete it either.
I know.
That-
Yeah, true. Reading is definitely. I mean, some people read book like anything. They can sit and they can finish entire book. Some people like, I don't know, but I have known few of my female friends. Oh God, they're ghost. They sit with a book and they're like, they'll not even eat unless they're done with the book. So they're kind of,
You give me a day that don't have to do any work. I'm
yeah,
like
right, yeah.
to
See,
do that. I'll
there
wait.
are people. Okay, thank God. I'm not this, but I have known some people. Oh, they stick with the book. They get lost entirely. Well,
It happens so many times with me. I'm reading a book on a metro and I didn't like my
you
station.
cross this station,
I
yeah.
again, yes, I crossed the station again. I took the train from the other side and I came back and
Yeah, and
went to
again
my
cross
office.
this
It
station. It's like what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just reading a book in metro. So,
happens.
okay,
It
yeah,
happened like
possible.
4 or 5 times with me.
Possible, very, very possible. Aisha, how about you when it comes to focus and all?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
in these days, I can't focus anything.
Oh, okay.
अभी तो मैदान अभी एंगर मैनेजमेंट ये सबका क्वेश्चन दिया वो सब मैंने मुझे फोकस नहीं कर नहीं सकती
Right.
कुछ भी आंसर कुछ भी नहीं मैंने लिखा
I got it. Got
Yes.
it.
Actually, we have time, but we don't want to do something like we are like lazy, or you can say we used to say children that go and do this and do this, but we don't want to do by ourselves only. I think
True.
scenario.
Absolutely.
As well as होता है एग्जाम्स टाइम में भी मैं देखती हूँ जैसे जनरली स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं 11th-12th के कि मैम
हाँ.
बुक लेके तो बैठते हैं पढ़ना भी होता है मन भी करता है लेकिन फोकस नहीं बनता है कंसंट्रेशन नहीं बनता है ये
Yeah, that's
जनरली
true.
पेरेंट्स
Yeah, that's correct.
की भी कंप्लेन आती है नियर अबाउट एज अ मतलब स्कूल में एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर आई वाज वर्किंग अर्लियर एंड देयर आल्सो पेरेंट्स यूज्ड टू से मैम सारा दिन तो बुक लेके बैठे रहता है लेकिन फिर भी इसको याद नहीं होता है फिर भी इसको समझ नहीं आता है फिर भी पता नहीं क्या करता है these are the basic issues actually we used to deal in school life
Yeah, absolutely.
or like
I agree.
education sector.
Absolutely. I agree. Everywhere, in fact, everywhere. So know that focus is the real problem, not the time. In 1 hour time, can you must see that, and you'll be shocked to understand. In 1 hour, the time focus is maximum of few minutes. That's all.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to learn entirely and in deeply. You understand it really well, the concept, and you help others, on this. Let's see what next we have to offer. Okay, here we go. So it says the key reasons of focus. What are the key reasons? So let's first understand in what all situation a person can be focused, really focused. What are the different situations? And you know that if somebody is in any of these situations, focus will be automatic. So check yourself. Are you in any of these situations? If you are, you will be focused by default. Check yourself. Can you be in any of these situations? If you can, why don't you put yourself? Ask yourself that were you in any of these situations in the past and were you focused? If the answer is yes, why don't you duplicate the same formula? There are 4 key reasons of focus. If we have these 4 reasons, focus is yours, absolutely yours. The problem with focus is it's very, very intangible. Everybody know it's like a ghost. Everybody talks about it, but nobody has seen it. So I want you to be focused. You want me to be focused. Everyone wants everyone to be focused. Nobody knows how. That's it's like. But everybody wants everyone to be focused. And this is what we're going to demystify entirely. 4 situations. These are the 4 reasons. So if you are in one of those situations, why don't you put in one of these situations? If somebody else out there is not focused, defocused, out of focus, why don't you try to get them in any of these 4 situations? Because these 4 situations determines that somebody will be focused. What is it? First is passion. When you are passionate about something, then focus is on an autopilot mode. Focus is already there. You don't have to ask yourself, make yourself do, or or take someone's help, or have a motivation, or have nothing. If you are passionate about something, I'm not asking you that you have to be passionate about everything what you are picking up. What I'm telling you is that if somebody is in any of these situations, focus will never be a problem. It will always be focused. And you know what focus can do. If the length of focus is increased, the productivity will go really, really high. First is passion. When you have all the reasons to go for it, just passionate about something. Either it's a dance, it's music, absolutely passion. Now, I totally understand, I agree with you. The passion can keep dipping in. It can go slow, go up, it happens. But the passion is one thing. When you're passionate about something, focus will be by default. You don't have to worry about it. Second is threat. When you're not passionate, but something is as a threat, something has emerged as a threat, you will be focused then. For example, right now, we were never really focused about washing hands and masks and doing this and not really standing by or touching something. We are not really focused about this. Imagine before this, COVID-19, if somebody would ask you, why don't you do this? It's always nice. It's a good hygiene. You're like, okay, you wouldn't do that. But since there is a threat, there is a death threat, see how focused everyone is. Threat can make you focus immediately. Passion, threat. When you have nowhere else to go, when this is what it is. So threat is anything. Then we have vision. No matter what you are doing right now, it is very, very possible that that you wanted to be someone, you wanted to do something. Maybe a week after, a month after, a year after, you have a vision of something. When your vision is absolutely clear, where you want to be, what you want to do, who you want to be, something like this. No matter what you are doing right now, it does not matter. It won't matter. If your vision is clear, you will always keep thinking about that all time. So focus will never be a problem when you have a clear vision. So no matter what is the current situation, but your mind will always be there. So focus will never be a problem. When you have a clear vision, whatever it is. If your vision is blurred, you think this is what you want to do, but you're not really sure if this is what you want to do. So maybe sometimes you feel like you will. So that's not vision. That's not exactly a vision. Vision is absolutely crystal clear. That this is what you want to be and this is what you want to do. Absolutely. Then, no matter what you're doing right now, won't matter. Your mind will always be there. Always be there. No matter what you're doing in the present. Then, settled. This is interesting. In our lifetime, all of us, there comes a time when we are in adolescence, or there comes a time we think, I can do this, I can do this. This is what I'm capable of. I will not settle less than this. A lot of things. And then we try this, we try that, we speak with him. Everything we try in our life. We start something, we leave in between. We start something, we leave something. Before it finishes, we start something, we leave in the beginning only. We keep trying something, keep exploring entirely in the world. Sometimes we do this, sometimes we do this, sometimes we feel like doing this, sometimes you saw something and you feel like doing that, a lot of things. And everyone, your guardian, your loved ones, your friends, everyone keeps saying, what do you want to do? And I don't know. I'm just trying, I'm exploring, I'm not sure. Now, so you see that when you are in that situation, you are not able to focus by default. But you must see, and you must have examples of people, they were like these. But now you see them, they're absolutely focused. When you become settled in life, settled means mentally settled. When you have tried the best in life and the worst in life, now you know the test of both. And you will be settled, absolutely settled, just like water. When you are settled like water, you can see your face in this. So focus only happens when you're settled, when nothing else, neither something attracts you, nor something distracts you. So somebody says, hey, I think we can open a YouTube channel. You'll be really famous. You're like, really? So if something attracts you or something detracts you, you will not be able to focus. But there comes a times in people's life, everyone's life, when you're settled. Something fascinates you, something great fascinates you. Something average, makes you feel bad about it. So you're absolutely calm, settled inside. Whatever you pick, you focus and you do something. You don't really think twice. So if you ever come in any of these four situations, focus is by default. So if somebody ever comes, so your idea when you meet somebody who is not able to focus, try to put a person into any of these situations. If you want continuous focus, person means starting from yourself to your counselor or anyone else, to your loved ones, to known ones, to no ones, anyone. That's what it is.
But here I am having one question.
Please.
But sometimes when a person comes with a problem like that, I have different kind of options for my career. Like I can do this also, I can do this also, I can do this also. I'm good in this also, and I'm good in this also.
Right.
So how we can choose the best for him so that he can pursue for his educational career also, as well as like his professional career also.
Good question. Simple. If somebody is, as long as somebody has option, people will never be focused. It's a psychologically impossible. Options is the reason. See, there are only two ways of success. Either you're passionate enough or you're forced enough. Because success is a painful journey. Yes. It's not easy.
But sometimes parents used to force them that if in my home also, I'm seeing this case. Brother-in-law is dedicated to music.
Absolutely.
He want to go ahead for the music field.
Absolutely.
My father-in-law don't want that. We hails from a like service kind of a family. We are from like officer ranking families. So true. Everybody is like, my husband is in bank, he's officer. My father-in-law is like in hydro department, he's officer over there. So he want that you should also go for something like this kind of a like service sector only. True. Or you should continue with a like inherit business. True. If you want.
True.
But you don't he's not allowing, or like our family members are not allowing him for like this kind of like music option. So what kind of like we can do the solution over here? We need to put him in this kind of a situation category.
See, the focus is not a problem here. Nobody is defocused here. It's a conflict.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a matter of focus.
But he is also not focused for the music. He's having a only like handful information. He has collected handful information,
Right,
and he
right.
is saying that he want to continue his journey in this like field. He is not having a classical like
Background and all. Yeah.
training or something like he's not having anything in his hand, but still he is like नहीं मुझे तो यही करना है अगर ये नहीं करना तो मुझे कुछ भी नहीं करना I'll lead my life like
ठीक.
I'll sit at home and I'll like whatever is coming up I'll take it up.
So easy. By any chance, did you attend addiction session?
Yeah.
Then there was an addiction. Same pattern was followed for passion. Right? If you remember, so same thing you can do. You can get him started. So if you remember the addiction session, same pattern was followed for passion. You put him in that graph.
Okay.
That's all. That's all. Once he is passionate enough, he will see the reason why Guardian do not really allow people doing something out of a league. There is a concern. Concern is because they cannot handle. You tell me, if I come from a background, let's say if I'm from music, if you are in music, as long as you are in music, I can help you. But you decided to be an engineer. Now, how I can help you? If something goes wrong, there is no help I can offer.
No, he is dealing with the same problem only here.
Right.
He is not having like focus on one career. He's like having a lot many options in his hand कि नहीं चलो मैं ये वाला business करके देख लेता हूँ, might be I'll be getting a success in this kind of a field. मुझे खाना बनाने का शौक है तो मैं अपना कुछ खाना बनाने का I just want to go ahead with the restaurant part or something like. But these things are not easy. All need something like थोड़ा उसमें focus तो आपको चाहिए ही चाहिए. Everything is whatever you are doing.
Prachi, nothing is easy at all. You're very right. What I'm telling you is, it's only a matter of time and age. In a certain age, you just cannot be focused.
He's just a 19-year-old,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
not possible to, somebody to act like a mature because you only grow with the time. So, as a mature people, we all are concerned for people for kids like this. But the truth is, this is why we have settled here. No one can really put someone's mind settled unless the mind has explored all the possibility.
you're right. So we should go ahead with like usko explore karne diya jaye.
Absolutely, because if you force, he will still explore with force. That's all.
Yes.
If you support, he will explore at any cost. First, he will explore with your support. Second, he will explore without your support. But they will.
Got it.
That's how it is. Okay, very good. Let's see what people have to say. So people say, focus is when you say no. Yes, Steve Jobs says this. I have this background. ठीक है, वो दूसरा वाला background. If focus is when you say no. When I say no means that doesn't mean that you become totally disservice to people. So no means every time you choose to say yes, understand the scientific reason behind it. Every time you choose to say yes to something, you divide your energy, you divide your effort, you divide your attention. Now, question is, if something is really important for you, why do you want to divide your attention? Because dividing your attention or focus is decreasing the efficiency of the work. If I have a divided attention, how much you really think I can impact? Not much. That's precisely why. Learn to say no. Now, there is an entire book on how to say no. You can find the way how you want to say no, but just you want to say that, I'm sorry, I really like the idea, but I think this is not my priority right now. Say no. Because the more you say yes, the less focus you will have in everything. And when you have less focus in a lot of things, everyone will complain with you. Take an example. It happens with you. Let's take an example. There are 5 people want to talk to you. And you say, call me at 9 o'clock, call me at 9 o'clock, call me at 9 o'clock. 5 people, all of them call. I say, hi, give me 1 moment, I'm calling you. Hi, give me 1 moment. You will talk to all of them, and none of them will feel that you actually spend time. In fact, I'm going to give you the best example. Let's say that, we have our lunch, or we have our meal. Let's say कि हम 3 चपाती खाते हैं. 1 चपाती खाया अभी, थोड़ा सा दाल खाया, 1 चपाती बस. फिर 1 घंटे के बाद खाया दूसरा चपाती, फिर तीसरा चपाती 1 घंटे के बाद खाया. I promise you, all 3 hours you will feel hungry. Truth is कि आपने सारी चपाती खा ली, but the truth is अभी तक भूखे हो आप. Same happens with focus. When you divide your focus, you impact nothing. But the truth is, you have given all your focus. But, and this is called intelligence. जब धूप में आप लेंस को रखते हो ना, कागज को ऐसे जलाते हैं ना, लेंस रख के, so you see that इतना सा sun concentrated होके उस can burn that paper. But otherwise paper को धूप में रखो, never burns. Entire sun मिला के भी. Concentration is very important. If you're concentrated on something, you can make an impact. And you can witness that impact. But if you're not concentrated, there's a less of energy, less of focus. आपने देखा होगा, अगर कोई रिवर है, तो रिवर में पावर कब होता है, उसमें फ्लो ज्यादा कब होता है, जब रिवर इज नैरो एट सम प्लेस. When the river is not narrow, there is no flow, there is no power. So the narrower your focus is, this is why we call laser-like focus. There is a term for it. Laser-like focus, as narrow as possible. So when you say yes to a lot of people, a lot of things, your focus is divided. And you cannot do much in your life with divided focus and attention. I mean, the truth is, if somebody would ask you, I think you're not focused, you'll feel angry. Why? Because the truth is, you're focusing. But the reason it's not impacting, because you're focusing on many things at a time. And every time you do that, because then the result will be, the more you divide your focus, there will be result, but the time will be increased. Something that you could see the result in 1 year will now happen in 5 years. So the change will be very slow. That's why it is. Yes. Take an example, you're learning dancing, you're learning singing, you're learning, programming, you're learning engineering, everything you learn all the time, you know what you're going to do. The truth is, you're learning from your heart, all of it, but you won't be able to make an impact because your focus is divided. The more your focus is divided, the less impact you will leave. But if you want to really impact on something and really short period of time, narrow your focus. Say no to things sweetly and nicely. That's one end. So focus is when you say no. Now this is really great formula you might want to remember. Speed minus focus. So in the world, everyone is after a speed these days. How fast we can do this. Everything. Either it's a service, it's a work, everyone is how fast. It's a vehicle, everything, flight and everything is about being fast. Speed is a good thing, but you tell me, if there's a high speed minus focus is only a mishap, but the speed plus focus is a magic. If somebody does any performance before you, somebody is doing a dance or something, this is awesome speed with accurate focus. Oh, you'll be overwhelmed. You're like, wow, I don't know what it is. But if there's a lot of speed minus focus, will only lead to major accidents or mishap. So that's what the importance of focus is. So starve your distraction, feed your focus. Starve your distraction. Anything that distracts you, do something that it never distracts you again. Starve it. And feed your focus. Anything that help you be focused, feed it. Do it more often as you can do, so that your focus can be stronger gradually. Take an example of right hand and left hand. Why usually people's right hand is stronger than left hand? Not because the body is biased, gives more nutrition to right hand, less nutrition to left hand. It's not the truth, right? Just like because we use right hand mostly, so we have right hand stronger than left hand. Similarly, like it, if you feed your focus, focus will be stronger. If you feed your distraction, distraction will be stronger. He who chases two rabbits, and this is the best example I can give you when it comes to focus. No matter how speedy you are, maybe as speedy as Milkha Singh, if you chases two rabbits at once, you will catch none. One rabbit is this side, you go so. There's no way you can do it. Same is like focus. One rabbit at a time. The biggest thing in the world was only done by accomplishing a small thing at a time. There is no such thing in the world as one big thing. Everything in the world is small little things. Take any example, any progress. Take an example of your knowledge. Whatever you know right now, you don't know right now. It's a collection. It's a copy of a copy from a different places, from a different people at a different times. That's what it is. So one big thing is small little things. Many small little things. So that's what it is. When you focus on the good, and imagine the focus is power. The power of focus is this can change. If you focus on good, good will become better, the best. If you focus on bad, bad will become worst. Focus is a neutral power. Neutral power. Whatever you uses it on, it will increase this. So if you focus on good, good gets better. When you focus on the bad, bad gets worse. So his life is a camera. Focus on what's important. Not everything is important. Like in a camera, right? So why do you have camera? The concept of camera is capturing what is important. Do you really capture everything? You don't capture everything. It's just like a camera. Capture what is really important, what you want in life. Not anything and everything. For some people, a lot of things can be important. It is possible that, okay, maybe a lot of things, but not everything. Because if you really want to focus, you can only focus when you know what is important. If you don't know what is important, there is no way you can focus. So it's a camera. You only capture things, what is important to you. Now, focus is now a critical surviving skills, yes. So focus is not a luxury or maybe luxurious skills anyway. It's a surviving skills. So if you have everything in your life, you're good, you look good, you have a lot of money, you have a lot of things, whatever you feel like, but you don't have focus, you'll end up doing nothing. Because you just cannot be focused. You have all the resources you like. You want right now to go to America for your higher study, okay? Everything is ready. Visa done. When are you going? When you go, you don't have focus. You come back. You came back and you think, I'll start doing this. If you're not focused, now there will be a problem. Of course, I understand that there is a certain period in life, certain time period in life when you're not focused or when you're too creative. When you want to explore a lot of things in life, it's possible. But if this is how you remain whole life, it's difficult. So it's a critical surviving skills. Okay, it's not luxury anymore. Something that people say, how many times you have been busy and done nothing? It must have happened to us. You have been busy all the day. Sometimes happens to me. So there are times in night I decide, okay, this is what I'm gonna work. This is what I'm gonna work on. And then I've been doing something, and then this is 4 o'clock. Oh God, I didn't do much. Then I feel like at least I should do something so that my mind can have this peace. I did something tonight. It happens with all of us. How many times you heard someone out but missed everything? Sometimes it happens. You're like, okay, yeah. You have been talking for hours and hours and hours. And then when somebody says, so what about this? You're like, what about what? Like about this. Oh, you missed everything. You're not focused. Generally happens, when you talk to your loved ones, your husbands, wives, boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, whoever. When you're not really focused, I don't know what they're talking. So they're yeah, yes, you're doing it. You don't even know what they're talking. It happens. You're not focused. Started writing an email, but just thought of checking FB and 30 minutes gone. Must have happened with you. You thought of writing an email and then you thought, okay, FB में कुछ आया. FB check करने लगे, 30 minutes is gone. So there are a few challenges that you can name more of them. It must have happened to you. But yeah, these are the few challenges that you have. Components of focus. There are 3 components of focus. Now, question is, okay. Now, how do I know that I am focused or not focused?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Vivek.
Can you see अभी पहले वाला जो स्लाइड था वो दिखा सकते हैं एक बार?
हाँ, please. ये वाला slide, Vivek?
हाँ, let's say about focus challenges.
Yes. So these are a few challenges to mention. There can be many more that you can discover. So there can be many more challenges. I mean, this is just to mention. Nothing of scientific in this. Just an examples that you have. You must have your own focus challenges. What you are able to do, what you're not able to do. So it happens. It happens mostly with the creative people. So sometimes, the creative people, if they're really passionate, they'll keep doing something, really awesome. Sometimes when they're not focused, they're not able to do. Like somebody who writes, somebody who paints, they're just not able to do this because it's either you're focused or you're not focused. Either you're tuned in or tuned out. When you're tuned out, there's no way you can focus. Components of focus is, how would you know you're focused or not? This is an important question. 3 things you can verify, or 3 ways you can verify that you're focused or you're not focused. Let's take an example of right now, at this moment, while I'm talking to you. Let's say we want to see and verify, are we focused or not focused? Am I focused sharing information? Are you focused participating in it? How do you do that? Simple. First is time. Are we talking about this time, this moment, the moment I'm looking at you, the moment I'm saying the word moment, and now I'm saying forward? Exactly this moment. Not a second before when I said that I'll be focused, not a second before when I say, how do we know we are focused or not? At this moment that I'm looking at you, moment that I'm talking to you, moment that I'm believing that you're listening to me, at this moment, exactly this moment. Time. Are we in this moment? Right? So is there time now? Second is place. What place is here? Are we thinking about our office? Are we thinking about someplace else or some other places, or outside, or maybe outside of a street, or we shop wala, somebody else? Or are we thinking about this place right now? This is a computer, that is a mobile phone, this is a screen, that's a camera on, this is mic, and this is what we're talking. At this place right now, where you are in the room right now, nothing else. This time and this moment. Third is this person, who you are right now. Are you the person? So are you a learner? Are you the one who is attending masterclass? Are you the one who is planning to get started in psychology, or help people more in psychology, or help people who want to have more help and focus on memory? Are you this person right now, or you're a household, or you're you're a housemaker, or maybe you're a housewife, or you're a girl, or you're college students, or you're a businessman. Who you are? If you're a businessman, you will not be able to connect because there is no business we are talking. Who we are different persons. So at this moment, every moment we keep changing as a person. Depends. At one moment you're a daddy, another moment you're a boss, another moment you're an employee, another moment you're this, another moment you're a brother, you're this, you're that. So every moment. So who you are this moment. You can only be one person at one moment. So this moment, are you as a person, you should be this moment. So time should be now, place should be here, and person, who you are, this moment, whoever you are at this moment. So if you're a learner in this moment and you're a learner, you think the place is here and you think time is now, you're focused. So every time you want to verify you're focused or not, this is how you can do that. Think about the time, think about the place, think about the person. Are you person of this moment, whoever you are? If this moment you're a learner, are you learner? Is the place here? Is your mind only thinking about this place, the place where we are sitting? Is your mind only thinking about the time where I'm talking, you're listening? This is how you verify that you are focused or not. So anytime when you're not focused and you want to be focused, close your eyes and think, what time is now? Is the time right now? It's at 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, right now. This is the time. It's an afternoon. Your room, this is a place where I am. What place you are, what you're surrounded by. And person, who am I right now? It does not matter what person I am back home, what person I am outside of here, or who am I right now? If three things are in sync, you're perfectly focused. Okay? You understood this? Neha, you're focused now?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, Neha was thinking I was already focused anyway. Anyone else? Prachi, Aisha, Palmi,
Yes,
Yes, sir,
sir.
understand.
Understood.
Yes, we got it.
Amita? So this is how you do that. So focus is intangible. But if somebody really asks you and tells you, I'm not able to focus, what do I do? You tell them, okay, I'll help you. Hold on. So you tell me, what time is right now? He said, it's a daytime. He's not focused. Say, what place is right now? It's Delhi. He's not focused. Who you are? I'm a good person. He's not focused. So ask three questions. These are very, this is very very specific to ask. So ask someone. You can immediately know somebody is focused or not. Simply ask. People will give you a very weird answer. You will laugh. Do this as a part of observation. Ask someone, what time is right now? Yeah? What time is this? I don't know, afternoon maybe? So afternoon is a huge time. Oh, somebody is not focused. Who you are? And this is how you train people. First you ask question and you tell them, no, this is not who you are. You are this person who I'm helping, and you're listening to me and you're trying to understand me. This is who you are at this moment. Then you can make an impact. You can help someone immediately focused. This trick is used in hypnosis. So I'm not hypnotizing you anyway, but I'm just telling you this is how it's done. Okay, let's see. ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं. We'll take quickly 5 minutes of break. 5 minutes is okay? Cool for you. 5 minutes of break. I'll just grab a cup of coffee. You do too, and we will be back in 15:15. Make sense? 15:15 is the time.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Chalo. Leave everything as it is. Just turn off your camera and your mic, and that's all. Don't do nothing. Just to let you know, I'm here. You can take your time. Come easy. It's not about time, it's about focus. So,
Sir, I'm here.
good. Yeah, I was just wondering. Even if you come a minute late, it's perfectly okay. We are a minute focused, compensates everything. Rajeshi, you can hear me? Hello, Rajeshi. He's mostly in silent mode, I guess. Should be involved. See, Vivek came on camera today. I'm telling you, Vivek came on camera just to tell people that, you know what, I am too involved.
हेलो
हाँ जी राजेश, you don't talk, you don't involve. आप involved क्यों नहीं होते डिस्कशन में या क्वेश्चंस में?
सर नया नया बंदा हूँ अभी अभी सबसे ये हो रहा है दोस्ती हो रहा है मैं बहुत बात करता हूँ
अच्छी बात है, तो बहुत बात करते हैं तो यहाँ भी तो बात कर सकते हैं ना आप। तो
आप मैडम को पूछ सकते हैं।
अच्छा ठीक है अच्छी बात है, मतलब अच्छी बात है।
अभी इन्वॉल्व हो रहा हूँ।
हाँ
जरा टाइम लगता है बात करने को।
अच्छा टाइम लगता है, ठीक है, पूरा टाइम दिया जाता है आपको, आप इन्वॉल्व होइए। सही है। नहीं, आपको कहीं नहीं लगा कि चलो अभी लोग बात कर रहे हैं, अभी मैं क्यों शुरू हूँ, क्योंकि मैं शुरू होऊंगा फिर तो खत्म नहीं होने वाला, तो इसलिए ठीक है। ओके ला 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 ला। वैसे क्या किया आपने राजेश जी, ओवरऑल क्या करते हैं आप?
सर मैं मार्केटिंग मैनेजर हूँ।
अच्छा
ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स के कंपनी में। उसके साथ साथ डीएमएटी मिड ब्रेन एक्टिवेशन एसएस क्लासेस कंडक्ट करता हूँ।
ओके
तो ऐसे सारी चीजों में जरा इंटरेस्ट है। हाँ
बिल्कुल। आई होप आपको ये क्लासेस ये इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा होगा, है ना, चीजें समझने में, ये बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स।
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सर, ये नयापन आ रहे।
एब्सोल्युटली, बिल्कुल हाँ, बिकॉज ये जितने भी कंटेंट हैं ओवरऑल, जो भी काउंसिल इंडिया के कंटेंट है ना, तो सर हमारे जितने भी काउंसलर हैं ना, सब लोगों ने हमने बैठ के ऑलमोस्ट 100+ काउंसलर्स, तो अपनी एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग है ये सारे, इसमें जितने भी कंटेंट है सब, कोई मतलब ट्रेडिशनल बुक से या फिर कहीं से नहीं है, from our own experience of counseling of hundreds and thousands of people. So
सही है सर, ये चीजें किधर बुक्स में नहीं मिलता है, सब मैंने भी
नहीं मिलेगा, बिकॉज इसीलिए ना, बिकॉज वी थॉट कि बुक तो लोग कभी, खासकर जब आप गूगल हो गया है ना, तो बुक इज लाइक कि एनीथिंग यू वांट टू नो, यू टाइप इन गूगल, यू गेट इट।
सही है।
फिर वैसी चीजें जो गूगल पे भी मिल सकती है, तो फिर यू नो हाउ डू वी मेक अ डिफरेंस इन पीपल लाइफ एनीवे।
Correct.
So we thought कि नहीं, ठीक है, if we have to create a curriculum, a course, we have to ensure कि सारे experiential learning हो, ताकि वो unique हो सके, and I think you know, so this was our effort.
अच्छे है सर, अच्छा लग रहा है।
Good. आप भी time to time share करते रहिए, see everyone you know remains involved, तो कुछ न कुछ ideas when you think, then you will think enough, है ना?
अभी तो बोलने का शुरू किया सर।
ठीक है, नहीं ठीक है, तो stay involved, it's always nice to see everybody involved, है ना?
आपको देखते हुए बहुत अच्छा लगता है सर।
अच्छा, अच्छी बात है जी, थैंक यू।
कन्नड़ का एक हीरो जैसे लगते हो, इसलिए
अच्छा,
कभी इसलिए बोर नहीं होते।
कन्नड़ की हीरो,
नाम बताओ ना, नाम कन्नड़ की हीरो का।
विवेक पीछे पड़ा हुआ है आपके, बड़ी। हाँ जी विवेक, पूछो आप, नाम बताओ कन्नड़ की हीरो। अब तो डबिंग मूवीज बहुत आने लगी ना।
फोकस रहना चाहिए ना सर।
सही है। फोकस तो करना ही चाहिए। अच्छा, आई थिंक
सर अभी आपको लगता है मैं नहीं बोलता करके?
नहीं बहुत बोलते आप, क्यों नहीं? तो यही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना कि ऐसे ही बोलते रहो बस।
हेलो।
हाँ निगोज।
हेलो सर।
निगोज भी, निगोज निगोज का भी अपना स्टाइल है। व्हेन निगोज एकदम साइलेंट रहता है, व्हेन निगोज कम्स टू, निगोज तुम भी बोलो यार, तुम चुप रहते हो बिल्कुल।
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है।
हाँ पूछो।
सर एक्चुअली अभी लाइक मैं लंच करके आया 5 मिनट में, तो
5 मिनट में
नॉर्मली
लंच कर लिया? मैंने 5 मिनट में कॉफी बना ली, 7 मिनट लगा मुझे। हाँ।
तो एक्चुअली मैंने देखा है नॉर्मली क्या होता है, मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ लोग जो होते हैं उनका एक हैबिट होता है कि लाइक जब लंच करते हैं कि इवन खाना खाते हैं तो टीवी पे फोकस करते हैं। आजकल तो मोबाइल पे ऐसे मोबाइल चलाते हैं, साइड में खाना खाते हैं। तो लाइक मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आपका खाने में ही फोकस नहीं रहेगा तो दिन भर आपका कैसे फोकस रहेगा?
That depends. No, that's ये बहुत ही डिबेटेबल क्वेश्चन है। मैं इसलिए कहता हूँ बिकॉज आई थिंक वर्ल्ड के 1/3 जो मतलब लोग होंगे वो ऐसे, उनको लगता है कि खाना खाते वक्त या तो टीवी चलता है या म्यूजिक या कुछ और। तो पता नहीं, वैसे मैं भी कल्प्रिट हूँ। मतलब मैं भी खाना खाते वक्त जरूरी नहीं खाने पे फोकस करता हूँ। मुझे लगता है खाने पे फोकस क्या करना है, फोकस तो खाना तो ऑटोमेटिक है। इसका सबसे अच्छा एग्जांपल दूंगा मैं फोकस का। when you have learned bicycle, जब हम बाइसिकल सीखते हैं ना इनिशियली, so you see that ना बहुत सारे रूल्स होते हैं, रूल्स, रेगुलेशन, अटेंशन, क्या क्या होते हैं। when you learn first time bicycle, सीखा होगा तो देखते हो ना, people say that ठीक है, sit tight, look forward, keep paddling,
कमर सीधा करो,
है ना?
हाँ, कमर सीधा करो।
हाँ, बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी होती है, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस। आपको लगता है when you focus on paddling तो आगे देखना भूल जाते हो, when you keep looking forward तो paddling मारना भूल जाते हो। You know, it all keeps happening to you all times, है ना? So when it keeps happening to you all time, बाद में क्या होता है when you have learned bicycle? तो when you have absolutely learned bicycle, तो उसके बाद आपने देखा होगा what happens, it does not matter where your focus is, because वो second nature में convert हो जाता है। So focus is only an issue as long as this is not by default. When this becomes your second nature, focus is not an issue. जैसे ना ड्राइविंग का, ये बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं। तो फोकस इज ओनली एन इश्यू जब आपको, बिकॉज व्हेन यू सी कि कुछ मिस्टेक हो सकता है, व्हेन यू हैव लर्नड बाइसिकल तो वे सेकंड नेचर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, देन यू डोंट हैव टू फोकस। दिस इज जस्ट योर सेकंड नेचर। सेम हैपेंस विद फूड। व्हेन आई वाज इन हॉस्टल तो वहां पे एक रूल था कि आप ना खाना नीचे गिरा नहीं सकते। तो उसमें थोड़ा फोकस करना पड़ता है, बट ग्रेजुअली यू डेवलप अ हैबिट एंड स्टिल दिस हैपेंस टू मी। सो इफ आई ईट समथिंग, nothing will come out of my plate, nothing at all, out of habit. मतलब इतना हार्ड रूल था ये हॉस्टल में। So sometimes when I sit with my friends or someone, so they like, तुमसे कुछ गिरता है नहीं? I said, this is how it is, because of a habit. So initially you focus, and when you focus enough, it becomes your second nature or a habit. So that's what it is.
Yes, और भी सर मैंने देखा है लाइक कुछ मेरे दोस्त लोग हैं जो सिगरेट लेते हैं। अगर ओवरनाइट स्टडी करना है तो वो सिगरेट लेते हैं, कॉफी लेते हैं। आफ्टर दैट दे आर एबल टू स्टडी मोर एफिशिएंटली।
That's a matter of, that's a psychological thing. Cigarette जरूरी नहीं है. So this is what happens. You know, a lot of things focus के लिए अगर medium कुछ बनाना हो ना, so medium works like a magnet. कि whatever thoughts आपके जो इधर उधर है ना, जैसे magnet, every medium works like a magnet. वो जैसे बीच में magnet आता है ना, all your thoughts come surrounded this. So what happens is that not necessarily has to be cigarette or alcohol or something else. I'll tell you why. Can be anything. कुछ लोगों को आपने देखा होगा, it depends कि what you really start practicing. You know, what do you do to take a break? So smoking is a break, in fact. It has nothing to do with your mind. It works on a breaking pattern. Okay, when you take a break, you have a time to rethink everything. and come back again. Unfortunately, smoking, has started playing a good role. Some people has a habit when they want to take a break, so they want to, just sit, go outside, take a 5 minutes walk, and they are good. Some people nap. If they are really not able to focus, उनको 5 minutes दे दो, वो nap on करेंगे, and they are back. So that depends. Unfortunately, ये चीजें ना clear नहीं है. Smoking has technically nothing to do with the focus and attention. It's a break pattern. So smoking works like a break. That's all. But what people don't realize, that this is just a break element, but this has an ultimate damage and benefit. So people smoke on the name of break, but gradually the breaks and starts, having a lot of different things. So if you remember, this is how it happens gradually. An addiction maybe, it works like a trigger. Now I'm not able to focus. Let's smoke. Gives you a space there, and this becomes a habit. फिर taste भी अच्छा लगने लगता है उसका, and then it becomes normal, part of life. Just for me, this is coffee. So happens. Anyway, everyone is back. Amita,
Yeah.
you're there. Prachi, there. Aisha, there. Follow me. Niroj,
Yeah,
Neha.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, there.
All right. Let's get started. Take care. So you got this. Let's see. Two sides of focus. Focus के दो sides होते हैं. Generally, we only talk about improving focus. What we really don't talk about, and the reason why people don't talk about, maybe because they don't know enough. Protecting focus. Just the way you have 24 hours, everyone has been given 24 hours, right? The moment you get up. So imagine 24 hours को अगर tangibly समझना है, तो imagine that you have been given 24 coins. How do you spend those coins is totally a matter of choice. You were gonna give 10 coins here, 5 coins here, 1 coin there. You decide. Now, just the way you get 24 coins every day when you get up and before the day closes, you also get some amount of focus when you get up. I don't know if you know that, but you must have heard from some people saying कि morning में उठ के पढ़ना चाहिए. उससे ना चीजें याद रहती है या फिर कुछ ऐसा. The only psychology was about focus, because when every time you have a break, focus works like an energy, just like an energy. So how does an energy work like? It channelizes itself. So if you have been working, you're tired. Now take a rest and you will, this will revive itself. Sleep. So what is sleep? Sleeping is the way to recover your energy. That's all. That's all. Rest. What is rest? Rest is a way to recover your energy. Continue to eat food or whatever you do and it recovers your energy, you're good. Taking a bath. Taking a bath is a way to recover your energy. You must say that you're very tired, you take a bath, you feel like, you're back. These are the ways. Restoring your energy. Same is with focus. Focus also works exactly like energy. You have some focus, you have some energy. You use that energy, now you're energyless. You need to take a rest and this will be restored. Same goes with focus. You had some focus, you use that focus. Now after using that focus, you're out of focus now. Take a break, your focus will be restored. Again, use that focus, again that focus is consumed. That's how focus works. So you also get a lot of focus time to time. So this is very important if you want to today understand this concept for today and forever, so that you do not have to understand this concept ever and you can help thousands of people out there. Focus is about taking break. This is just like an energy. If you continue to work, you see how your efficiency goes down. But if you take break, energy you can relate easily because you can feel this. Focus, it's hard for you to feel because you have not paid attention before. So energy, understand from energy point of view. You have consumed all your energy, you're tired, either you take a sleep, take some sleep, or you take a nap, or you do something, your energy is restored. Now you still can work. Same goes with focus. If your mind is really getting out of focus, take a break. And the break is not a small thing here. Break is just a way to restore your focus. And if you have hard time understanding how, relate it with energy. It's a mental energy. Focus is your mental energy. Help other person. Say if somebody says, I don't know, I'm really out of focus. Ask them, take a break. Define break. That's precisely why the break is given, either in study or something. Definite break. Taking a break is not because, I am one of those who do not take break. Yes, if you must have heard people who can say, I don't think taking break is a waste of time. You must be thinking, how this guy is talking different. We learned that break is really, really important to regain your focus. But how this guy does not take break, still equally focused. Do you know how? Because he's passionate. He's forced. He's settled. Or he has a vision. If anyone is in those 4 categories, they don't have to do nothing. Focus is by default in them. But if anyone is not in one of those categories, then focus will come in pieces, small bites. And how? Take a rest. Again, you have focus. Use that focus. Again, take a rest. That's how it is. So, protecting and improving. Saving from losing. So, let's see. Let's talk about the areas to protect and improve focus. 4 areas where you can protect your focus and you can improve your focus in. First idea is to protect your focus. What areas are? Digital, physical, social, and psychological. So if someone ever comes to you and says that, I'm not able to focus now, before attending this masterclass, you could have said, okay, yeah, I seem to have the same situation. People will never tell you the scientific way of doing it. This is your job to analyze and break it down scientifically. Their job is just to tell you the incident and problems. I'm not able to focus. Now, if somebody ever asks you, I'm not able to focus, ask a question. Are you talking about digital focus, or physical focus, social focus, or psychological focus? Where exactly you're not able to focus? And are you talking about that you're not able to improve your focus, or you're not able to protect your focus? You lose all your focus. What are you talking about? Ask logical questions so that you can pinpoint the problem. Let's say, first of all, there are some ideas to protect your focus, general ideas that you have. What is it? First is called investment, 1 month investment, 1 year use. Sometimes it happens, you buy something and then keep an idea in mind. If you have bought something after investing 1 month, either 1 month salary or hard work or something, make sure you use that product or service minimum 1 year. You do not change that. Let's say you bought a TV, you bought a phone, you bought something. If you have bought something, do not change this before 1 year. If this has, taken you 1 month of investment or anything, do not change this. Every time you change something, you have no idea how much the focus changes. You tell me you saw a beautiful phone releasing, and you're now in your mind, your part of your mind is occupied कि मुझे ये phone खरीदना है. आज आपने डिसाइड किया, हो सकता है 3 महीने बाद आप खरीद गए फोन. 3 महीने तक your part of your focus was on the phone only. हर काम में, every time you had your salary, every time you have some money, हर चीज में you continuously thinking कि अच्छा फोन भी लेना है, फोन भी लेना है, फोन भी लेना है, ये लेना है. All time focused. Part of your mind, a big part of your focus is consumed in regularly 3 months. Now, the moment you bought after 3 months, now that part is vacant. अब वो focus कहीं और use होगा. It's only been 2 months, फिर वो model change हो गया. Now, you're again thinking. Again, the part of that object will consume your focus. So every time you change something, it consumes your focus. Avoid changing unless you have to. It consumes a lot of focus. कभी-कभी आपने देखा होगा, no? Like I'll tell you, so sometimes it happens. So I had a lot of books scattered here and there. I have been thinking for almost two weeks. I'll fix this. I'll fix this. I'll fix this. And every time I see this, I say, "कि नहीं, अभी कुछ important काम है, बाद में करता हूँ." Because I know if I go there, I start putting all those books, arranging all those books. It will take me a lot of time. Not only time, focus. I have time, but I don't want to compromise with my focus. Because the good thing and the bad thing about focus is it only comes its own way, its own wish, and it goes by its own wish. Kabhi you'll feel like so focused, and sometimes you won't feel like you'll be out of focus. So the idea is, whenever you are focused, use that focus. Because even if you have time, there is no guarantee you will be focused. It's a matter of time. You won't feel like. So think about this. Second is redirect ideas. There will be a times, a lot of things will keep coming in your mind. I'll show you something. So, it happens as a curious person, writer and all. I keep having. So see, I keep those things, keep writing a lot of things, whatever I have. So it will happen time to time. Something or the else will keep popping. Have a notepad, keep taking those, take a notepad, or write on a board. I have notice board there, paper or chart paper, write or G drive somewhere. Because let's say, you're doing something really, really important. While doing that important, immediately you have a good idea. You're like, no, this is really good. You left your main work and you got into this idea. By the time you started developing this idea, for some time you're like, nahi yaar, this idea has a challenge. Leave it. Now you don't even feel like doing your old work. You're done. Your day is wasted. So good that you have an idea. Use a notebook. Even use a Facebook if you feel like. Write that idea. Done. Focus on this right now. So this is it. Redirect your ideas. Mental firewall. Like, sometimes you have a lot of racing ideas. So if you have a lot of racing ideas, I should do this. And there will be so many ideas that you don't know what to do and where to start from. What you may want to do is create a list of yes, no, maybe. So keep a list, maybe in a calendar or something like this. Whenever you have something in mind, take a minute and decide. Do you want to do this? I mean, a lot of things can keep coming in mind. Let's say I'll tell you. You saw a movie, and in movie there was the role of a sniper was really good. You feel like, okay, I wish I could be a sniper, This is good. No, this is just an idea. You don't want to really be a sniper. Well, do you? So what do you want to do? If you really feel like, it keeps popping in your mind, go and write. This is an idea, maybe. Maybe you want to watch a lot of snipers movie. Maybe some web series or something like. Maybe you just like it. Okay, cool. But is it like, yes, you want to do this? No, you don't want to do this. There is an idea. Respect that idea. Or maybe you do this. You watch it or you don't watch it. So write that in list. Yes, no, maybe. So that when you are actually focused and you feel like doing or finishing a task, you don't keep looking at no. You just look at yes. And you prioritize. This was yes. This must be something really special. Or must be something serious. Set boundaries. Always set boundaries. Like time for call. Just ensure that setting boundaries, not being not acting weird. Like, okay, I cannot answer my call. Like it used to happen. So my father, I think, I just finished my college. So my father had a rule. After 9 o'clock, he would switch off his phone. I mean, if I feel like calling and speaking with my mom, I called his phone is switched off. So I asked my mom, why does he do so? I mean, say, I don't know. I asked my father that, why do you switch off your phone after 9? He says, so what? It's a sleeping time. I said, oh, serious? Who switch off a phone after sleep? So people, so that can be something. But what I'm telling you is not the same thing. What I'm telling you is set a boundary. See, people only treat you the way they know you. If they know you, that you're not available from this time to this time, they wouldn't disturb you. Most of sensible people won't. There are people they will. Most of sensible people won't. So set up boundaries for everything. For time, fun. This is a time I would love to do fun. This is a time for everything. For poking to. So sometimes people for body for everything. Time for call. Time for act. Time for fun, or somebody makes fun of you, or somebody pokes you at. Set up boundaries for everything, because when you set a boundary for everything, your focus is not stolen. Your focus remains here. Let's say somebody made a joke on you and the joke keeps haunting you for 24 hours. Your 24 hours focus is gone. Set a boundary. If you don't tell people what is your boundary, people don't know if they are stepping on the boundaries or they're crossing the boundaries. Very important. I mean, not everyone will really follow that, but most of them will. Most of them will. Set a boundary. Don't call me, or maybe don't message me, or maybe first message me, then call me, or first drop me a message or something like that. Set a boundary. Don't allow people unnecessarily getting into your personal life or personal zone or areas. Otherwise, there'll be so many requests coming. When you have so many requests, most of them you will have to say yes. And even if you don't say yes, if you keep saying no, every time you say no, it takes a lot of energy and attention to say no to someone. So set a boundary. People will really know, and then you will be able to focus more. Open a calendar policy, other will suit their needs as per you. Say that, open a calendar policy. If you want to talk to me, send me a calendar invite. Not to your family, of course. I'm talking about professional life. Or to family, you let them know, I'm not available from this time to that time. Easiest way, if people disturb you or something like this, and you definitely want them to know, set a voicemail. I'm sorry, I'm not available right now. We'll call you when I can. Simple. I'm sorry, I'm not available right now. I'm available after 9 p.m. Gradually, after hundreds of calls, a few days, in 1 month of voicemail, everybody will know you're only available after 9. Cool. You're done. So these are the great ways to protect your focus. If you do not protect your focus, it's like you never had any focus. It's like no matter how much money you earn, but if you don't protect, you don't save any money, that's as good as you earn nothing. Same is with focus. And you help people with the same way. So when people will come to you, they will come complaining, I'm not able to focus, they are wrong. They are able to focus. It's just that they don't protect it, or they're focusing things that are not important. Everyone is able to focus. You cannot do even a bad things without focusing on it. You cannot even waste your time without focusing on it. What is the waste of time? Waste of time is not that you did not focus. Waste of time is you focused on something that was not important. That's all. It's impossible not to focus. The question is, what do you focus on? That's all. So ask, I will tell you a communication rule. So there is a communication rule of a counselor. Start your communication like a cop, like a policeman. Ask questions, not interrogation, of course, questions, right? Continue your conversation like a dog, like doctor does. Do analysis, diagnose it. Follow-up questions, as much detail and deep you want to go. And then close your conversation like an attorney. So attorney, what does attorney do? Close your conversation with the phrases. verify your conversations. Okay, this is what we talked. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so this is what we agreed on. So this is what you said. This is what I understand. So start like a cop, continue like a doc, and close like an attorney, a lawyer. You will be a great speaker. And as a counselor, you have to be a great communicator. So, yes. Okay. Now, ideas to improve your focus. And these are some ideas to improve your focus. General ideas. What are
Excuse me,
these?
sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You said in the previous slide that when you change your focus too often, you tend to lose your focus. But this is what I've heard. I'm not sure whether it's true or not. That when you change, as in if you change your focus from one thing to another frequently, you start from zero to focus on that thing. So in that way, you get trained to focus better in that short period of time. Is that true?
That can be. That depends. If you are able to complete your work, let's say, if you keep switching your focus from that depends. You want to be a multitasker and all, but always remember that gives you more adaptability. Definitely, that you're able to switch your focus from one thing to another. That can give you that can create different quality or different skills within you. But the idea is, unless you are able to focus on one thing, there is no way you can finish it. So that depends. So there are two words I will give you here. One word is called generalist. So generalists are the people who know everything, who know something of everything. And there's another kind of people called specialist. They know everything of something. So that's definitely a skill, yeah. Some people are not able to switch their focus immediately, but before you start switching their focus, the idea is, are you able to focus on one thing? As long as you want to be. The people who switch, there are two kinds of things here. I think this can help you. Do you switch your focus because you have to, or do you switch your focus because you want to or you can? And the idea is, can you switch back immediately with the same intent, with the same quality of focus? Some people can take this as their weakness, as a defense mechanism, that I keep switching my focus. But do you have to switch your focus? Or it's a skill that you can switch your focus anytime and you can switch back. So yes, that matters. As long as you control this, it's a skill. If you don't control this is a weakness. Yaniha?
Yes, sir. But if you have someone who comes up with this kind of a generalization, how do you make them realize that you're doing it? It's how can you differentiate that it's their skill or
Compulsively.
it's
How do you differentiate? You simply say, it's like try. Some people, switch their focus because they take a break, kind of. So how do you make a realize? That depends. What problems they have? Do you have, if they are able to successfully finish all the work while switching the focus, means they are able to do this. I mean, it's a controlled focus. But if someone is not able to do that, let's tell them and give them more example of different people and different work. How these people also keep doing the same thing, but they still finish their work, where your work is incomplete. So if you have particular incidents, maybe I can give you more insight. But this is the truth. Do you have to? Do you want to? Or you can? What is it? Do you have any specific incident? I can give you, maybe concrete.
As of now, I can't recall any. If I do, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. I mean, not just let me know. You start doing on your own first.
Yes, sure.
Right, and then if you have a situation,
Thank you.
certainly. Great, awesome. Okay. Improve. General idea right now I'm talking. I'm not going to specific now. We'll go to specific. General idea of protecting your focus and general idea of improving your focus. What are the general ideas of improving your focus? Establish artifacts. No, artifacts. So what are artifacts? Anything. Like, let's say I want to focus on being a counselor, for example. Sometimes, when I go to bed, I feel like, yeah, the counseling is a really great thing. I think I should excel in it. But when I see other factors and all, when I speak with different friends, when I speak with my mom and guardian, they're like, oh, no, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. And I keep deviating, right? I want to improve my focus. I have a focus on this, but I want to improve on it. So good, so that I don't think of anything else. It converts into my passion. What do? Create a physical object. Let's say, there is a quote or somebody pictures or a moment or something, maybe a banner or something that keeps reminding you time to time or all time. Then what do you want to do? Then that is a time you might want to keep that artifacts on your table or hanging somewhere, so that every time you look at that artifact, that improves your focus over and over again. That reminds you what's important. So artifacts can really work. It can be anything that reminds you about a certain goal or about your focus. Second thing is act on timer. Time everything with timer, like cube timer. Everything you do it, act on timer if you want to improve your focus. So it's like, how do I say? Let's say, okay, I'm gonna read this slide for 5 minutes. Before 5 minutes, I will not do nothing. Sometimes we have a habit of doing anything and everything. So, act on timer. You turn on the timer and you keep for 5 minutes here, just keep reading that slide. Even if your mind is talking something else, lizard brain, you're talking monkey brain, anything, you don't do it. Just keep reading the slide. Keep reading the slide, change the slide, read the slide, read the slide. Sometimes your mind will say, hey, can you see the time now? I think it's 3 minutes already. Yeah, but don't do anything. Keep reading the slides. Okay. Now, first time you would see that you will able to continuously read for 5 minutes without doing anything else. Now, make it 10 minutes and do it. Act on timer. Anything you do with a time set and keep increasing that time. This will improve your focus because you will have a confidence. Oh, okay. So I can continuously read without doing anything for 20 minutes because I have done it in the past. Confidence comes from your past action. So if you see, I have done it in the past, I can do this if I have to do it, and you will be able to do it. This is how you will improve your focus, and you will feel really good about you. That there was a time you were not even able to focus for 2 minutes. Now you can focus for 20 minutes. You'll find your own way of doing it. But that's something you can do. Then you can say, minute value hour. So minute value hour, what you can do is, how many valuable minutes are in 1 hour? Or what, every hour, you can also simplify this, do at least one valuable activity. Yeah, main value hour, you can say that. One valuable activity in every hour. So every hour you're spending, or every hour that is passing, just see that, make it see that key. Okay, what one important thing I'm gonna do in 1 hour? Let's say I have to finish something. I have 2-3 things that I might want to keep switching and doing for the sake of break or something. So I have been given 1 hour, one thing that I can finish. One thing that I can finish in 1 hour. Start and finish. Anything. Out of 20 things, you can pick one thing. Out of 15, out of 2, out of 1, one thing that you can finish. So that, you can actually write, what did I finish in this hour? So that can really help. Focus, practice exercise. Focus muscles. It's like focus muscles and expandable and renewal. Focus practice exercise. A lot of exercises are there. We are able to focus. The different exercise you can do. Meditation is definitely the greatest. So that you can do, or you can do a lot of things like, you're looking at something. How long you can keep looking at it without thinking anything else? There's a lot of different exercises that you can also Google it and find it. What are the, so how to improve your focus muscles, like memory muscles, you have body muscles. How can you improve your focus muscles? The beauty of, if you have a good focus muscles, let's say there is a 10 minutes of briefing. Somebody say, okay, everyone, listen very carefully. Everyone who do not have a good practice of focusing, they miss a lot of information. You will not. Because okay, the meeting is only for 10 minutes. Good. I can focus continuously for 20 minutes. You will be absolutely focused. You will get everything someone is telling. Everyone will be hearing, but you will be listening. Not because you're a genius, but because you have practiced. That's what you can do. Act for everything with focus, Create a habit, create a lifestyle like it. And just a lifestyle that if I'm talking to you, I'm only talking to you. Act it. Like, Niroj was given a right example. Act with focus, like food, for example. So if I'm eating, I'm only eating. Make a lifestyle around this. One person at a time, one thing at a time. If you want to work on something, do not open anything else in laptop. If you want to check something, do not open any other app. One thing at a time. Make a lifestyle like this. You're talking to one person, just one person. ठीक है, पहले मैं इनसे बात करूंगा, फिर आपसे. Make a lifestyle like, not a habit or something. Entire lifestyle. चाहे आप घर पे हो, when you go outside, anywhere. One thing at a time. Either your meeting, office, anywhere, school, one thing at a time. Make a lifestyle. You will have a very improved focus. Very, very improved. Because this will come in your nature. This is how you will become. And you must have seen, and you must be jealous of some people, that some people can be absolutely focused. And you cannot. You're like, why not? I mean, I'm also good. How can he's focused and I'm not? This is how somebody works something extra. So I think you should make most out of this course, not only pursuing as a counseling career, but for yourself too. Counseling is about focus. And once you have it, it'll be easy for you to help others have it. Okay? All right. Now he says focus strategies digital. Now, therefore, focus, we talked about digital and digital, physical, psychological, and social. Now, just understand these are the reasons because of why. So, the same thing can take away your focus and put your focus back. So, absence and presence of these. So the same things are disease, the same things are cure. How it works. Let's say notification when we talk about. Since social media, first we'll talk about digital focus. How your focus is spoiled digitally. Notification. Every time you have a notification, you don't want to see a mobile phone, but every time you have notification, you're like, okay, somebody called. Missed call is what? Missed call is also a notification. Of course, an important one. But I'm telling you an example. So social media, like in a YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Subin. This is my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to say, guys, this. So this is notification. Email that you have. Keep ting, 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 whatever email. YouTube. Other social medias. Facebook. Who liked, who did not like. How many likes? Did you like the loved ones? Did you like the laughter one? Did you like what different kind of like you had? All sort of things. You put your, there is a new photo you posted on Facebook, and you see how many times you see that photo that day. Who liked? Who commented? What did you comment? This is one. This is all notification. Somebody added this story. Somebody, added you in a group. All this thing. Then upgrade. phone upgrade, software upgrade, feature upgrade. This all takes away your focus. Everything is good, all of a sudden, there's a phone upgrade. So you need to upgrade everything else. Sometimes it happens, there is a pop-up keep coming every time you keep opening that app or something. This needs to be upgraded. You're like, nay, later, later, later. You realize I can do this later, but do you really realize that how many times you have to do later? And it might take 1 second to click later, but you have no idea it takes a lot of your focus and attention. So install new app or new version of something. You see that. Let's say all of a sudden, one of the features stopped working. You're like, I don't know why, what happened? And then you keep figuring it out, keep calling your friend. This is what happened. Keep Googling, and then YouTube, and you saw this can happen, that can happen. Then you got to know, oh, I need to install a new version of this. It's all waste of time, all waste of focus, in fact, not time only. Subscribe, newsletters, events. You see that? Hi, if you Google it and for something, it says, okay, find it here. Click on this link. Click on this link. You ask for your email address and this, and they keep sending you all times whatever they do. Part of marketing. Groups and community, WhatsApp. You see that, there's a lot of groups and a lot of community on WhatsApp, for example. Keep adding you. Takes away a lot of your focus. Every time someone is writing something, even if you don't want to see that, you end up going and seeing this. It takes away your focus. So the reason people do not have a focus, because there are a lot of things that consume people's focus. So you don't realize. You tell me that ever since the people have been quarantined, or let's say when you, losing a phone is not a great idea, because when you lose your phone, of course you're not able to focus. You're so much attached to it. Speaking practically, but if you decide to put your phone away, and then you see you have so much of focus, you don't know what to do. It happens. Sometimes the truth is that when you have so much of focus, you're scared, you don't know what to do with it. Has it ever happened with you that you are, you were going somewhere on a long journey, or maybe, traveling or somewhere for a couple of hours and you forgot your headset, or maybe your phone is not very charged. You're like, you don't know what you're going to think. How will you live? You need distraction. Without distraction, unfortunately, the time time is so bad right now. Without distraction, people can die. They don't know what to do. It's very, very difficult for people to live with themselves. It's easy to live with others. But if somebody says you and just you, oh, you're very scared. Why? Because you know nothing about you. Or everything you know about you is not very interesting. Or even it's interesting, part of you is very scary. So it's very difficult to live with you. So that happens. This is about it. Inbox. You see how the inbox is cluttered. Different emails, this email, that email, you don't know. It's all cluttered there. Sometimes you're trying to find one email, and exactly when you try to find that email, you don't find that email. It takes you 30 minutes to find that email. If you're lucky, otherwise you don't find it. You'll find it someday, somewhere, all of a sudden. Not that time. Folders. You have kept something in your laptop or maybe your phone, you don't remember where. It's a matter of focus. Sorting things, internet browsing, random surfing. You see how much focus is in. You start doing something else, then you click on something else. Oh, there is a news, you click on that link that took you to YouTube. There was one video you're watching, there is another video popping up. You clicked on that video, there was 1 hour video. Oh, something was interesting. There was a guy, you really love that guy, you don't know his name. Then you Googled his name, then you started watching his interviews, and 2 hours, 3 hours gone. You don't know what you're doing. Happens with all of us. But this is about the digital focus. So you need digital sanitization. for a time. I mean, the idea is people are stuck at what to do without it. But I think, you can gradually start doing it, because digital de-addiction is very important. Otherwise, happens. So it consumes a lot of your focus. If this is all what you do, if this is your job, okay. If you're a generalist, you need to know anything and everything of the world, okay, not a problem. Then this is good, this is a skill. But if this is something that you really, it's not part of your job, it's not part of you, you do because you have to, oh, then this is definitely not good. You really need to know how to, detoxify from all this digital thing. So detoxify yourself and help others. Social. People realize, so first you're digital. When somebody ever tells you, comes to you for counseling and says that I'm not able to focus, ask them what? Where do you lose most of your focus? So that you can first help them protect their focus. Because if you don't know where they lose their focus, there's no point improving. No matter how much you help someone improve their focus, they will end up losing their focus there only. So first you need to figure out, where do you lose your focus? Once you know, oh, so this is where you lose your focus. So first ask a strategic question. What do you do? Where do you think your focus is gone? Is it a mobile phone? Is it TV? Is it a game or something? Second is about social. Some people, no, I'm not into phone and laptop. Still, I'm not able to focus. Ask question, okay, is it about social? Let's say, what other factors of social focus? Friends. You know that people who have done great in life, I'm talking about, now great is a relative word. I mean, anyone can be great. When I talk about, let's take about scientist or researcher or someone who does discovery, people, they do not have a lot of friends. Of course, it goes without saying, it's not that friends are bad at all. What I'm telling you is, but friends, what are friends? Friendship means sharing of everything. They share with you, you share with them. Sharing focus. So the more friends you have, the more you need to share your energy, your time, your effort, your focus, you yourself, your desire, your wishes, everything of yours. The less friends you have, the less you have to share. So friends, how? Random asks. Randomly they will have a different asks. Oh, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you do that? You were trying to focus on something else, all of a sudden a friend saying that, I'm your good friend, this is what I have done for you, Allah, Allah, Allah. Imagine if you have a similar, if you have a friend like him or her, 500 friends, how much you'll be able to focus anyway. Every day something will keep happening. So, news. First, by different asks, given a different news. One day they gave a news. You know what? This is a new movie being released. And you're like, okay, this is something we really want, really love to watch together. I have planned, and उसने भी plan कर लिया, उसने भी हम साथ में ही जा गए. You have to come. You're like, okay. You were planning something else. Maybe after 10 days, first time you were focused, and you decided कि आज तो मैं ये काम करूँगा. लो आज ही call आ गया उनका. And you have friend like this for 200. You're done. So yeah, ideas. Let's say in 10 years, somehow you felt like, अब मैं settle हो जाऊंगा life में. This is the time now. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I have done enough. I have disappointed my guardian, my loved ones enough. अब मैं यही करूंगा. Single focus. Okay. The moment you were to join, a friend called you. I have a great idea. We are doing this business. This business has a lot. मेरे मामा जी ये करते हैं. This is. You're like, okay. They can defocus you. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm telling you how focus is consumed. Experiments. Sometimes they ask you to do an experiment for the sake of experiment. The experiment was for 2 minutes or 2 hours, but the experiment had a consequence that kept you impacted for 2 years. Possible. That happens. Relatives. Not only as a friend, relatives too. Comparison. Everything was good, you were happy the way you were, right? Unless you visited one of the relatives and they start comparing. अच्छा आपका लड़का अभी क्या कर रहा है? अरे उसने तो ये कर लिया, उसने तो IIT कर लिया, उसने ये कर लिया. And you were so happy with your kids, and now you are really sad. कि मेरा लड़का तो कुछ करता ही नहीं. Now you are defocused. खुद के काम में भी और उसके काम में भी. You know, incidents. If you have a lot of relatives connected with you, and you know, some or the other incident will keep coming. आज इनका ऐसे हो गया, आज उनका ऐसे हो गया, आज यहाँ पे हो गया, वहाँ पे. So many things. Expected help. Let's say you went somewhere, you know, expected help. Maybe you know you are going through a financial crunch, and they're expecting, you know, we are, you know, we are building a new house somewhere, and if you can help, they will do that. It happens. By no means I'm saying anything bad, but what I'm saying is this is how your focus is consumed. कोई relatives ऐसे हैं who never asked anything from you. Now this is a time to pay back. They helped you. This is a bad time. You know, you will consume all your focus. Din raat, how to do this, leaving everything aside. You will make this on a priority. You see how your focus is lost. Relationships. If you are in a relationship, you know, you have partners, your husband, or boyfriend, girlfriend, anything, you know, set a rules. There is a defined rules. Now, the life is never, not every day is the same day, but there is a defined rules. Now he called you and you're not, and you're sounding very sad. He's like, why are you sad? Like, no, I'm okay. No, something is not okay. And they start, you know, tell me what happened. Oh, is it because of this? Is it because of this? You're like, no, I'm just okay. They want you to, you know, continuous performance. They want you to happy all the time. You cannot be happy all the time. You're a human. You're sensitive about many issues. Maybe you saw something on TV or you're sad. And your partner called you and you're like, oh, you're sad. What happened? Did I do something? Did this happen? Why are you sad? Is this how you are? Every time I see you sad. And this can go somewhere you never thought of. Happens. Takes away your focus. Now there is a fight, or maybe there is a fight in a relationship. Everything was good. There is a fight. वो fight को normal होने, it will take a week. 1 week, everything is gone. That's precisely why in US, people who come in an early relationship, they're not able to do really big because they're emotionally so much consumed. They don't have time to focus. So yeah, I mean, that's a different topic to talk about, but yes. Workmates. Workmates is good, you know, you love your workmates unless there is a competition. अचानक से कोई competition आ जाए. They came a project. Anyone who performed or who has a great performance will get this project. There is a new client list or something like this. Or gossips. Oh, you were really happy. You thought this is the company I want to spend my life in, unless you heard a gossip. You're like, really? Wasted of a week or a month. अब जब तक आप जान नहीं लोगे असलियत जानने में 1 महीने भी लग सकते. And now your whole attention is there. अब दूसरे क्या बात कर रहे, वो यहाँ पे क्यों खड़ा था, वो मिलने क्यों जा रहा था, उसकी मीटिंग उसके साथ क्यों हुई, all done. So office politics, you know, common politics, general politics I'm talking about. Like right now, let's say first time in your life in 20 years you thought कि अब ये काम करना. लो लॉकडाउन हो गया. And you're like, I don't know. I have to rethink about it. General, you know, political decision I'm talking. I'm not saying absolutely great, but I'm saying political decision or chaos. Let's say you are from a certain community or a certain religion. News is telling you this religion is being bashed or and being attacked or this and that. All of a sudden something happens with you. You must have met a lot of people that say, oh, I don't really involve in politics and all. Oh, the reason they don't really involve in politics and all, because they don't spend time. If they start spending time, they will start involving, because every person has some biasness. Unsettling accidents or something happened so big, majorly, like I can tell you, you know, bill, CA bill and all. See, all of a sudden there was a chaos. Something happened, this happened, or recently what happened, the guides and all. So it keeps happening, Achievement. Sometimes, you're feeling absolutely happy, very, very focused. 5 years down the line, this is what you're gonna be. Whole world will see who you are, what you can do. Unless you saw on a TV, 18 साल का एक लड़का बहुत बड़ा entrepreneur बन गया. And you're like, मैं तो 30 years का हूँ. ये 18 साल में कर. You start feeling so small that you don't know what to do. You're like, by the time I'll be successful, I'll be 35. So what I'm doing anyway? I thought I'm doing great. And you start feeling small. And then it promotes shortcuts. You start taking shortcuts. कि नहीं, ठीक है, let me. जो अच्छा खासा था, सब कुछ, something was very defined, really good. You left it. You become defocused. Start feeling shortcuts. जल्दी से कुछ हो सकता है क्या? And you know what happens to shortcuts? It only increases your time of success. Time to success, in fact. So hobbies, change of mood, influenced by other skills. This is focused. Let's say, you were, you really wanted to do engineering really well, really focused, really wanted to make a difference. 50,000 रुपये में एक नया कार बनाने वाले हो आप, दिमाग ऐसा लग रहा है. एक शादी की पार्टी में गए and you saw somebody dancing so well, you were like, wow. I mean, I wish I could dance like this. And then you're lost. You came home and you saw some videos like, wow, what a smooth move. I mean, party mein main bhi aise dance karta, how nice it was. You're lost. अब आपको लगेगा कि इंजीनियरिंग तो करेगा हूँ, साथ साथ में एक डांस का हॉबी क्लास कर लेता हूँ. So it happens. It all happens. Social focus. Let me quickly ask you before I continue. Are you able to relate all this? Do you think this happens?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So when somebody asks you help, now you know that, you don't have to give a general answer and a stereotype answer, because there will be no stereotype question. If somebody says, I'm not able to focus, you can say, well, that's too vague question. Let's be pinpointed. So when you say you're not able to focus in what? I mean, what exactly? This, and then you can, strategically, bring this to a right answer. So let's see. Great. Awesome. Okay. Then we talk about physical focus. Sometimes it happens, you look at your room, you look around in your house, you say, ye yahan pe pada hai, ye wahan pe hai, and you don't know what to do. I mean, let's say you want to work. All of a sudden you see ki ye, and this would happen, especially with mom. कि ये यहाँ पे ग्लास में पानी किसी ने पिया, ग्लास यहीं पे छोड़ दिया इसने. Somebody used knife, इसने वहां पे छोड़ दिया. There's so many things around you, you're not able to focus. You like, ये यहाँ पे क्यों पड़ा है? They should be there. Everything has its home. So it disturbs you. Let's say कि आप पूजा करने बैठे, you're trying to meditate करने बैठे, पिलो यहाँ पे पड़ा हुआ है. किसी ने अपना जूता खोल के सामने रखा हुआ है वहां पे. लेकिन जूता किचन में क्यों है? And it happens. Physical focus. When things distract you, what you can do? Solutions क्या क्या उसके लिए क्या क्या कर सकते हैं? Separate portable box ला सकते हैं आप. Let's say you can have 2 different boxes. उस box में क्या करना है आपको? कि normally you can let people know कि okay, जो भी घर के members हैं, if you find anything, because how it takes away your focus. Let's say you're getting late for office, getting late for school, or you're leaving, your friends are waiting outside. जैसे ही जाने लगे, all of a sudden you saw something important कि वो बाहर पड़ा हुआ है ऐसे ही. Then you picked it, आप गए उसको वहां पे रख के आए. जैसे ही जाने लगे फिर देखो अरे ये दरवाजा क्यों खुला हुआ है. The moment you went, फिर देखा ये लाइट जला हुआ है. So you see how much focus it takes. So what do you do in that case is physical item जहां तक है. So what do you do is you create 2 boxes. One box somewhere around the main door. And tell your kids or your whoever the part of your family is, कि anyone who does not know where to put what, anyone who see things misplaced, अपने जगह पे कुछ नहीं है, उठा के इधर इस बॉक्स में डाल दो, उस बॉक्स में. कोई ऑफिस रिलेटेड है, स्टडी रिलेटेड है, स्टेशनरी है, put it in this box. Household चीजें हैं, put in that box. Electronic hai, put in this box. So that you don't have to, keep thinking about everything. Let's say you're thinking something really important. Now this came in a picture. You don't have to. You put this stuff simply yahan se utha ke electronic hai, put in that box. Simple. So that nothing around you distracts you. Yahan pe book rakha, you don't know, you put it and put it in one of the boxes. That's all. And when you have time, what do you need to do? When you have time, then you need to, you can take those boxes, sit, you're playing music, you're watching TV, you're doing anything, then start taking away one after one. घर में kids हैं, तो ज़्यादातर जो kids होते हैं वही ऐसे करते हैं. They keep misplacing thing एक जगह से दूसरे जगह. अब उनसे ही काम करवाओ. Call them here and say, and you start taking the stuff out. ये यहाँ है, इसको kitchen में रखो. This is here, इसको जाके वहाँ पे रखो. So your attention will not be lost. And everything will be at home. Say, find items home. Every item has a home. Like, this has a home, ये कहाँ पे होना चाहिए? Table पे होना चाहिए. This has a home, ये कहाँ पे होना चाहिए? यहाँ पे होना चाहिए. Yeah, everything has a home. Putting items their home. So first, keep the boxes. दो अच्छे से box, you can create. उस पे लिख दो कि इसमें ये, and have this practice. कि कुछ नहीं समझ में आता, उठा के डाल दो इसमें. When you have time, then you will see. When you have nothing better to do. And this way, nothing will be misplaced in home. कुछ ऐसा नहीं करना पड़ेगा कि पता नहीं यहीं तो रखा था कहाँ गया. This question will not be there because the answer will be either इस box में होगा उस box में. अगर वहां पे नहीं है जहां पे होना चाहिए इसे. So physical distraction will be much less. What else you can do? Let's say to get your tools right. Let's say you're trying to work on a laptop and a computer, like perfect computer. Otherwise, let's say you want to type something, कुछ type करना है, लिखना है. The Microsoft Word is crashing, computer is stucking, mouse is not working, it's getting turned off all time. Your focus will be lost. So get your tools right. Whatever you're doing, kitchen में कोई काम कर रहे हो, school का कोई काम कर रहे हो, pen है, pencil है. If your tools are not right, your focus will be lost. The chair that you have, if the chair is not right, they say it's very painful, or maybe you're not feeling comfortable. Chair do not have hands, armrest. It's very uncomfortable, maybe. So get your tools right. That's why in the office you have everything. Not only just that, get your environment right. Like if it's too much noisy, you will not be able to focus. It's too bright, it will not be able to focus. It's too dark, you will not be able to focus. It's too sunny, or it will not be able to focus. Shiny, not be able to focus. Could be. That's when you see that in the summer season it's too hot. You're not able to focus. So ensure that you have AC or cooler or fan or whatever it works. So you see, office में इतनी सारी चीजें होती है, not because of a luxury or a facility. You tell me, if any office decides कि आज से AC बंद, how many people you really think will be able to focus on their work? The reason offices have so many things so that your focus is not lost. And when your focus is not lost, you will be efficient in 8 or 9 hours. It's not a luxury. It's a basic needs so that you can be in your best comfort so that you can give best of you. That's why. That's the reason behind it. Get yourself tidy, comfortable clothes. Sometimes you see that if you have put on the clothes that you don't really feel comfortable in, you'll not be able to focus. Let's say you have put on the clothes, you're not able to fold or something. All time this will be in your attention. It must have happened with you. You have gone out for a party, और आपने पता है कि जो आपने कपड़े पहने वो बहुत ही comfortable नहीं है, or maybe not ironed well, maybe not tidy. All times भले ही दूसरे ध्यान दे या न दे, आपका ध्यान 24 घंटे होगा उस पे. You're not focused. Happens. Food, water, everything. If food is not good, you'll not be able to focus. Water is not good, you'll not be able to focus. So get yourself tidy. If you have not taken good food, so all these things. So these are the things that comes in a physical focus that you need to pay attention to, so that you can have your focus great and right. Last one is psychological focus. Not only physical, digital, or social, even psychological. Future. Everything is good. Tools are good, physical focus, everything is perfect. Psychological focus that you have. So personal, professional, secret life, any life, you're thinking about your personal life. What I'm going to do, what I'm doing right now, what I wanted to do, where I could have been right now. Is that what I really want? Professional life, personal life. In personal life, you talk about the relationship. How is my life anyway compared to my friends? He is happy, she is happy, everything. And your focus is gone. Memory. Immediately, a good memory came in mind. Oh, you wanted to work on something, a good memory came in mind. You were like, okay, leave it. You turn off your lights, lie down in your bed, and you were lost in that memory. पुराने pics देखने लगे, कुछ और करने लगे, notes or somebody, if you have. And same is with painful memory, good memory, bad memory. You're lost. Immediately everything was good. All of a sudden, let's say you had a breakup or you were separated, and unfortunately, you saw something similar. For example, somebody you really hated, somebody cheated you, did something bad with you. एकदम उसी तरह का कोई आदमी दिख गया आपको. Everything was awesome in life. Now that evoked that emotional memory, and you're like sad. You're lost. So what happened? No, okay. But you're lost. Your all focus is consumed. It's all psychological. Overthinking. Thinking over and over problems. Like, right now, people are thinking, pata nahi kab hoga, 14th ke baad khulega, और time बढ़ेगा. I don't know what. It's all psychological. जो होगा वो तो होगा. But before it is happening, it's all thinking. So, solution में impact क्या होगा इसका, cause क्या होगा इसका. Personality traits, what do you think about yourself? What people think? Let's say somebody said that, what, I really like you as a person, but you're very selfish. You're like, I'm selfish? No. Now it's very hard for you to take this in. You call your friends and you ask, hey, you tell me, do you think I'm selfish? And they're like, nahi, why do you think so? I don't know. Somebody said that. Says, no, yeah, I don't think you're selfish, but yeah, you're somewhat selfish. You're like, now you're really scared. Acha, am I selfish? And now it took away all your focus. Now there is a labeling here. Somebody labeled you to be selfish. Yeah. What people think and changing and all. Losing and finding. You have lost something, and that's focus. You keep thinking about it. How do I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it? What do I do? Or you found something. You found a secret. You found something bad about it. You found a conspiracy. You found something. The finding can also do something. You found someone was lying to you. It took away all your focus. Fate and karma, if you believe in. Analysis, calculation. All of a sudden, आपको किसी WhatsApp पे किसी ने news कुछ video भेज दिया. The video is about karma. If you have cheated someone, you will be cheated. You're like, God, I don't know, I will be done this. Or if you have hurt someone, you will be double hurt. And you keep thinking about who I hurt, why I hurt, will I be double hurt? Okay, last time I was hurt, was that the same hurt? No, I don't think that was it. I think I'll be hurt now. All things, keep calculating all time. Takes away your focus. Life experiences, moment of pride. All of a sudden you start thinking, oh God, what a day I had in my college. I was this, I was this, I was this. Shameful experience. Bad experience to peaceful experience. Chaos in your life. These experiences can take away your focus. Emotion and feeling of fear can take away your focus for a very long time. Feeling of love, you know what love does. Love defocuses you from everything in the universe. So powerful. So yeah, you know, that's a different topic to talk about. But yeah, so much to hatred. When you hate someone, it says that when you love someone, they are in your heart. When you hate someone, they are in your mind. In both cases, they take away your focus. Um, Powerful, when you're very powerful, it takes away your focus a lot because you're all time thinking, how do I maximize my power? It's like Sikandar that you have, no? Alexander that you call. You keep thinking, what do I do? What else I do? What else I do? Let's say you won a lottery today. Everything was good in your life. The moment you won a lottery, oh, you're defocused from every important thing. Or it happens with the politicians. When they come for vote, they're like, this is what I'm going to do. They're not lying. They actually want to do this. But the moment they have power, they are defocused. They start seeing something else. You're like, okay, I can do this thing later on, but I think this is really important. They're defocused. Powerless. You had a lot of plan. You wanted to do a lot. All of a sudden, you have a great loss in business and you're no one right now. Something you were focused on, like, I don't think I should pursue that anymore now. I'll see when life happens again. Right, wrong, all these things. Did I do something right? Did I do something wrong? All the psychological reasons. So you see, this is just an activity for do classroom, and I think focus-wise we are done. Do you have any question here on focus? Anyone? Were you able to relate the examples? Are you able to understand the different kind of focus that we talk about? What are things that takes away your focus? Paulmi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What's your take on this? Are we able to relate this? Do you understand that how many different kind of focus there can be and how they really work?
Yes, actually, I have learned a few things because earlier I never thought given a thought like this. Like focus can be divided into these categories, and
Absolutely.
like this has given me a better understanding. Because if for my own work also, like it will help me too, because I'm also working to to how to improve my focus and all. Because as I told that I am into multitasking, I can't help it. So
True.
my focus gets divided sometimes. But yeah, it's helping me actually to understand and have a better understanding of how to manage my own focus.
Absolutely, absolutely true. Yeah, exactly. That's what I expected. When you know something in detail, you're able to manage this scientifically.
Yes, yes. That is very important to manage things, technically or scientifically. That
Absolutely.
is important.
Absolutely. Prachi, what's
Thank
your
you so
take
much.
on?
Yeah, four aspects are basically very important, which you have discussed. So we can work upon it, and we can basically help others also to focus more on things regarding, like, if somebody asks us, like, I'm having this kind of a problem, so we have the solution. You can go ahead in this part, so there will be like solution for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can pinpoint the solution immediately.
Yeah, we can go ahead on a specific point only. We
True.
don't need to like say you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. We can like pinpoint on a basic point only, that
True,
this
true.
is your problem and this is your solution. You can.
Absolutely. And this is the difference between personal help and professional help. See, in personal help, people ask a very vague question. What do I do? I'm not able to focus in my life. Uh-huh. Well, you will be. Don't worry. As the question has the answer. So
But
or maybe normal answer, it happens. It happens with anyone. Don't worry. It's all okay. So, but this is where the difference you
this
should
is
make.
the time where we have lots of distraction, like अच्छा ये भी कर सकते हैं हम, ये भी कर सकते हैं, ये भी कर सकते हैं. But we are like we in fact I'm also very unmanaged in things कि अभी मेरे पास अच्छा ये नहीं है तो मैं ये कैसे करूं, ये serial नहीं है तो मैं ये कैसे करूं. I have lot many things
True.
to do, but
Absolutely.
वो फोकस वही पॉइंट है कि मेरे पास हर चीज का ये आंसर होता है. I don't have the people right now, so
Absolutely.
how can I pursue the things? So I got
Absolutely.
an answer from this also, ki how to manage my focus also first.
Oh, awesome. Great, great, Prachi. Thank you. Yes, Rajesh, जी, बताइए. What's
सर
your
जी
take on it? हाँ जी.
आपने इतना डीप लेके गया, किसके ऊपर हम पढ़ाई कर रहे फोकस वही भूल गए।
अच्छी बात है। इसको समझ
तो
जाइए and then it will be easy to manage things.
बहुत बहुत सारे विषय सब्जेक्ट आ गए कि सीखने के लिए बहुत बहुत डीप गए।
Absolutely, absolutely. बहुत है। Aisha, yours, what's your take on?
Yes, sir, I'm here. I understood all sides of my problem, so I can manage. Next, what is next?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Mother Teresa says that help must start from home.
Yeah.
Or must from yourself, but must not be limited till home.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes,
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Good. Vivek, what's your take on Vivek? Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Vivek.
हाँ सर, फोकस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट।
हाँ, वो तो पता चल ही गया। मतलब इसमें से आपका टेक ऑन क्या है, आपको समझ में, आप कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, समझ में आया आपको?
बेसिकली हाँ हाँ, कैसे यूज कर सकता हूँ ये भी समझ में आया है मुझे कि फर्स्टली एक्चुअली मैं भी, मेरा एनर्जी से डिवाइड होता था, फोकस डिवाइड होता था, ये मुझे पता चल गया इससे। और इससे हम लोग उसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं और उसको फोकस को प्रोटेक्ट और किस टेक्निक से हम लोग को
Absolutely.
इम्प्रूव करना है ये पता चल गया।
True, true, true. Very good. Because the focus protection के बारे में लोग बात नहीं करते.
Yes.
People only talk about कि how to magically you will be focused and all. पहले जो है वो तो save कर लो. And then you will have enough.
Yes, वही है।
Only and only if you protect what you have, you will have enough. So,
Yes,
great. Neha?
Hello, yes, sir.
Yes, Neha. What's your...
I was appalled by knowing that, the first thing to do is to protect your focus and not keep saying that you are not focused at all. That's something that's very true, but we sort of undermine it. And secondly, these small things which you pointed out, as in the physical things around you which lose your focus, they sort of become so much of your habit that you don't even realize that these are the things which are causing so much loss of
Absolutely.
focus.
True.
That was a very good, that was a very good realization, and we sort of somewhere down the line know that these things bother, but we do not give them so much heed.
True.
That these things are the things which are making you lose your focus. So that was a good realization.
Great. Realization is the first step of change. So good. You're going to change and help people change now. Anyway, let's quickly see in memory. Yeah. So there are some, memorization techniques, surprise people with your sharp memory. How can you do that? First, this is something that people say and the expert says about memory. So memory is about use it or lose it. Some people are like, I don't have to memorize all this. So, but it's a different, it's like muscles. You tell me, if you stop using part of your body, you lose it. It's there, but still not there. Happens, when you have or when you see someone, they have their hands fractured, leg fractured. You see that? It's their leg, it's their hand. Stop working for them. Hand does not know how to write again. Forgets. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's that simple. Same is with memory. If you hate to memorize, your memory capacity will go down even over the period of time. It's a tool. If you have it, you can do extra impact in life. If you don't have it, and you won't have it if you don't use it. It depends. You tell me, you must have seen people who work. If somebody works, somebody's work is very much related with their physics. You see, they end up shaping up their physics. Same is with memory. Somebody has a work totally related with their memory. They have a fine memory, they're really good memory. So it's only a matter of use it or lose it. That's all. If you use it, this will start becoming a tool, one of your key tools. will add value to everything that you do. Now, there is no such thing as a good memory or bad memory. We always talk about it as a good memory, is a bad memory. I'm sorry, I don't have that good memory or a bad memory. It's a trained memory and trained memory. Like, there is no such thing as educated, uneducated. If you were trained, you're educated. If you were not trained, you're uneducated. Simple. Same is with memory. If you train your memory, you see that. Just like, pet. So if you train your pet, or you have intelligent pet, you don't train your pet, they even don't know what they're doing. They'll do anything. So always remember, what is memory? Memory is something should be interesting plus focus. So interest and focus creates a good memory. If something is interesting and you're doing it with focus, this will convert into good memory, long-term memory. Let's see. The science of memory. So anything that you memorize, there is a 3 stages. So when you look at something and when you learn something, you first encode it, right? So somebody said something to you, somebody decoded something. You know what coffee is? Coffee is this, this can get you addicted, this can excite you too, this can give you a lot of energy. If you're feeling sleepy, you can take coffee. Somebody said a lot of things. Now you encoded everything. After encoding, you put that in your storage, temporary storage initially. Now, when you try to recall it, what is coffee? And now if you're able to recall it, and whatever you're able to recall is called memory. You see, you will not be able to recall it. And there is a formula that I'll discuss about it, how to keep maximum information intact all the time. We'll talk about it. So 3 stages basically: encode the information, store it, and recall it. Encode, store, recall. Encode, store, recall. There's 3 things that we have. Understand, it said, how does memory work? Simple, So it starts from, information. So there is 3 things that you have. So information is the first thing. So you took the information, sensory register, okay? So simple, just understand, very simple. So information comes here, then sensory register. All the sensors that you have in your eyes, your ear, smell, there is a registration for it. Once it's sensory registered, it's like, how do I say? It's like tag. So you smell something, something smells nice. So sensory register, there is a tag of smell, certain smell. Okay. Now it goes in a short-term memory. Okay. After short-term memory, so from short-term memory, this can decay if not used properly. So after it goes to short-term memory, this can start decaying. It will start forgetting. Then it goes to medium-term memory, that you remember a little longer. You can still decay from medium-term memory. So the chances of decaying an information is, after sensory registration, is either short-term memory, the information can get lost, or either medium-term memory, information can get lost. But when it comes to long-term memory, you can easily recall that information. Like, you went, you use a certain perfume. Use a perfume. The moment you, smell the same perfume somewhere, you immediately recall what perfume is this. Because it was sensory registered and that went to your long-term memory. So this is what happens. So essentially 30 seconds is a time that you have lost to decay or transfer. But just remember the simple thing here: information, sensory registration, because that information definitely touches one of your sensors, 5 senses. Then short-term, medium-term, long-term, and then you recall. So this is basically how, this is how memory works. Let's see the top memory techniques. What are the top memory techniques that you have? How to memorize something. One is called Loci technique or location technique. So one of the easiest way, let's say you have 10 items to remember. You're going for shopping. You have a list. टोमेटो लाना है, पोटैटो लाना है, उसके बाद लेट्स से सोप लाना है, फिर सॉल्ट लाना है, ऐसे ऐसे 10 आइटम्स हैं. मिल्क लाना है फॉर एग्जांपल, कुछ भी ऐसा. How do you remember all those things? Otherwise, if you try to remember, you'll forget. So what do you do then? You imagine a place, एक ऐसा जगह जो आपके माइंड में बहुत ही familiar हो. Any place. It can be your home, your office, or street, or from one way to another, ways, road. ऑफिस से घर जाते हुए जो सब कुछ मिलता है. So let's take an example of location technique में. Let's say you thought of your home, अपने हाउस के बारे में, and you thought कि सबसे पहले गेट पे क्या है, तो पहले गेट पे एक टोमेटो रख दिया. Location technique. Start putting those items at the memory, the memorized places. तो मेन गेट आपको पता है, जैसे ही आप क्लोज किया तो पहले गेट पे क्या है, टोमेटो रख दिया. जैसे गेट के अंदर गया, एक बगल में यहाँ पे क्या है, एक छोटा सा ऑफिस है, ठीक है, इस पे हमने पोटैटो रख दिया. फिर आगे गया, आगे दरवाजा खोला, फिर यहाँ पे लिविंग रूम है, उसमें हमने मिल्क रख दिया. फिर आगे, and now you can start remembering those. कि पहला गेट खोला तो क्या था, उसमें टोमेटो था. अच्छा, फिर ऑफिस गया, ऑफिस के बगल में क्या था, पोटैटो था. फिर मेन गेट खोला उधर, फिर क्या था, टोमेटो या मिल्क था. फिर ऐसे 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 ऐसे. सो जो 10 बेस्ट लोकेशंस जो है, मतलब जस्ट हैव अ विजुअल जर्नी. पहले गेट खोला, सबसे पहले क्या मिलता है, ये मिलता है, इस पास ये रख दिया. जो जो ऑब्जेक्ट है पहले से, उसी के साथ साथ कुछ न कुछ रख दिया. नाउ यू नॉट ओनली रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग, यू रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग इन द ऑर्डर. कि तीसरे नंबर पे ये है, चौथे नंबर पे ये है, उसके पहले ये है. दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एसोसिएशन टेक्निक्स. सो लोकेशन टेक्निक्स इन इजियर वेज. और रास्ते को भी, जैसे अपने ऑफिस से आप स्कूल जाते हो, फिर कहीं से भी, तो रिमेंबर कि व्हेन आई गो, सबसे पहले एक यहाँ पे एक कैमरा का शॉप है, यहाँ पे ये रख दिया. फिर आगे गया, फिर एक मैकडी है, मैकडी पे ये रख दिया. फिर एक मेडिकल शॉप है, वहां पे ये रख दिया. फिर आगे में एक कर्व है, एक पार्क है, वहां पे ये रख दिया. दिस इज हाउ यू डू दैट. दैट्स हाउ पीपल रिमेंबर थिंग्स. दिस इज हाउ यू ट्रेन योर मेमोरी. सो 10 to 15 आइटम्स आप ऐसे याद रख सकते हैं. यू नेवर नीड एनी नोट पैड. सिर्फ क्लोज योर आई, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 4 to 5 कि 3 है. It's only a matter of attention. I'll tell you something. I'm not sure if I've shared this with you. So I'm very bad at geography, as people say, and I also believe so. Why? So, if you would take me in the same lane or street 10 times, there's a good chance I forget. I don't know कि अब कहाँ जाना है. And I discovered this, a few years ago. But I was curious to know why it happens. I'm really good otherwise. I remember so many stuff, but then I realized, so this happens because I don't care. And then I realized, okay, so generally happens, even back home, when I go to my home, so my younger brother, he drives everywhere. I just sit. I don't really, and anyway, if you are, that's precisely why I don't really like driving and doing. I don't want to be attentive, I want to use my focus somewhere else. I can only use my focus if someone else is taking care. So I would rather travel somewhere इसमें मुझे कुछ ना करना पड़े. I would sit and I like to be lost and don't pay attention. So the reason I realized that why I don't remember places and the lanes and the streets and ways, because I don't care. That's why. But when I started caring, I started paying attention. I remember everything. I said, oh, wow, okay. So it was only a matter of attention. And matter of attention was because I wasn't really concerned or interested. So yeah, happens. Yes. Second thing, but I also figured out in many ways, if you really want to be good at all these things, lanes and streets, drive. Driving is the best thing that can happen to you. Drive yourself. You'll remember everything. So yeah, that's a good thing. Anyway, that's location technique. This is PEG system. So PEG system is what? Imagine from 1 to 3. So now, let's say कि 1 से 10 तक ना, 1 से 10 तक को ना एक ऑब्जेक्ट मान लो. permanent object, हमेशा के लिए. Let's say one को you consider कि one is pencil. यहाँ पे बर्गर है, बन है, कि one को आपने बन मान लिया कि one जो है वो बन ही है, तो इसको मान लिया कि bun is one. ठीक है. Shoe is two. Guys, tree is three. Do is four. Hive is five. Right? You took it like sticks is six. Heaven is seven. Right? Gate is eight. Wine is nine. And hen is 10. ये permanently अपने याद. अब कुछ भी बना सकते हो एक को. अब whatever things you want to remember, you always associate that thing with this thing creatively or weirdly. Let's say आपने बन, one को बन मान लिया. आपको लगा क्या one के जगह पे milk है. आपको milk लाना है, eggs लाना है, and coffee लाना है. 3 चीजें हैं आपके पास. आपने कहा one को बन, अब बन के साथ milk. So let's create a weird scene कि बन को milk में डाल के खाएंगे. Then I come home, and then you remember milk, and then you remember shoe, है ना? Shoe में second thing you remember milk है, eggs है, So you think कि अच्छा shoe में eggs. So imagine कि अगर eggs को shoe में रख दिया जाए, तो can be क्या इसे what can maximum happen? Can this be कि इसमें से क्या मुर्गी निकल सकती है, कुछ और हो सकता है, something like this. Weirdly you connect. Tree को आपने you can imagine coffee है, imagine कि अच्छा coffee वाली tree. And this is how you remember the stuff. अच्छा बन को क्या करना था, दूध के साथ खाना था. अच्छा eggs का क्या सोचा था, वो शू के अंदर रखें तो क्या होगा. फिर ट्री का कॉफी का ट्री होगा तो. And this is how you remember. And you do this. This is a practice and mechanics. But people are really surprised. इसे कैसे याद है ये सब? Because you paid attention. It's only a matter of focus. You focused and you remember. Somebody did not, somebody did not. But that's not the problem. They can also focus. They don't know that by focusing they can remember. And these are the techniques how to make the most out of your focus. That you can remember. All time, कुछ भी आपको याद करना है, वन को बन ही मान लो. अब बन से ही हर चीज में कनेक्ट करो. कुछ भी याद करना है तो आपको सारी चीज सीरीज में याद होंगे. Do that. I mean, this is definitely interesting. I mean, I like it. Story and poetry telling. You know that. So story is very old medium of memorization technique. This is one of the greatest memorization techniques. You see that? कि जब उस story से किसी चीज को बताते हो, people remember. जैसे, let's say there are 10 names. 10 नाम है जो आपको याद करना है. Importantly. But you can create a story quickly. Okay, so Smita and Shweta was friends. No, they were friends. And then Smita was tall, fair, Shweta was medium. And you remember everything, all information. So they decided one day that they should they should go for a picnic. Well, they both were girls, so they wanted some other friends to come along with them so that their guardian can permit. So Smita called Saurav, Shweta called him. Now you remember 4 people named. Saurav was very naughty. However, that other guy was this. Now you remember their characteristics. So comics, you see, this is how people used to remember this story. So story and poetry is a great way. Poetry में rhyme के साथ. These are the oldest tools of memorization or oldest memory techniques.
Yeah, exactly, sir. That's what we do usually in remembering the periodic table in chemistry.
Right. Absolutely. True. Chunking is a great technique. Chunking, matlab na, you can really chunk that in certain. So if there is a big stuff, you want to remember it, you can chunk that in small pieces differently. and then you might remember. Like I tell you, is this number easy to remember? This is a difficult to remember, right? But if you break down the same number as a phone number, 334 digit, it becomes easy to remember. Same hai, you see that? All the same information. So अगर आपने phone number बना के इसे याद कर लिया, and you remember the entire digit, oh, you will shock people. You say, oh, I know how much was the total. You're like, how much was the total? And you read entire total. You're like, wow, you're genius. But you're not genius. You have trained your memory, that's all. Right? Let's say, is this number easy to remember? Not at all. But अगर इस नंबर को आपने ना ईयरली तोड़ दो कि ना 76 में क्या हुआ था, कोई हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट से ऐड कर दो, या बर्थडे से, क्या वाज बोर्न इतना, सबको हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट में 76, 1492 में क्या हुआ था, 1812 में क्या हुआ था, 1941 में क्या हुआ था, and you remember by those histories कि ये हुआ था. Now you remember so big number, and people are like, oh my god, that's what you do. अगर कोई वैसे spelling है, किसी spell letter का you have a big spelling, what do? You break that down, NLF छोटे छोटे acronyms बना के, CBS है, US है, VCR है, FBI है, and you remember all those stuff. और इससे आपको ये पूरा spelling याद हो जाएगा. So that's what you can do if you really want to. So that's one of the ways that you have. There are, of course, different ways that you have. This is very important for you to understand. So understand, so the reason why our learning efficiency falls so quickly, it's because the brain needs to process what it has learned. Brain को time चाहिए उसको process करने के लिए जो हमने learn किया है. Just learn with the intervals to keep the memory at the same level given in the picture. हमें intervals में पढ़ना चाहिए, कभी भी regular नहीं. So you must have heard from people. But when people say something as a tips, other people don't buy this. Why? Because they don't explain it. People can buy anything in the world if you know how to explain this. So you should explain things. Explain why it is what it is. If I can understand your explanation, oh, I will buy this. You don't have to tell this again. But if I don't, I'll say, why are you saying this? I don't think so. Maybe this is your technique. Maybe you have learned from somewhere. Maybe you hate me. Maybe you're jealous of me. Maybe you want me. A lot of stuff. But if you can explain me why you're telling what you're telling, and I understand this, okay, you don't have to tell this again. I get it. So always remember this. Just remember simple thing here. If you want something to be constant at a certain level, if you want your memory to be at a certain level, this is the pattern you need to follow. So if you have remembered something immediately after class, make sure that you practice this within, you practice this after 24 hours. If you do not practice that information after 24 hours, there is a good chance you will forget. Now, after you practice something after 24 hours, make sure that you definitely, within a week, definitely practice that again. If you practice, within a week, now ensure that you revise that again a month later or sooner. So just remember this formula. If something is very important for you and you want that thing to stay in your mind, the moment you have learned it, make sure you revise it within 24 hours. After 24 hours, make sure within a week. After a week, make sure within a month. And then you will really have a good command over all the information. Okay? So otherwise, this is the forgetting curve that you have. So just ensure first review, second review, third review, kind of 24 hours, a week, a month, importantly. And not constantly, because when you constantly do that, you don't give your mind to process information, and information is lost. Give your mind to process information, because you must have seen a lot of people, saying that agar exam abhi close hai na, एंड अगर वो एग्जाम क्लोज है तब वो पढ़ाई करते हैं ना, वो सब कुछ भूल जाते हैं जो पढ़ा था वो भी. And this is not untrue, this is true. Because new information starts messing with all those memory patterns and they all are mixed up. Now you know that memory is not about what you have learned, memory is about what you can recall. तो अगर नए पुराने सारे लोग मिल गए, it becomes very hard for you कि इसमें से पुराने कौन है. When your mind tries to recall, your mind really gets disturbed because your mind has a lot of new things. So memory is not about what you have learned, that's only input. Memory is about what you can recall, and for recalling this is what you can follow, review technique. Immediately after आपने पढ़ा उसके बाद तुरंत, फिर 24 घंटे में, फिर एक वीक में, फिर 1 मंथ में. That's why you see कि इसको बोलते हैं spaced repetition, कि after a certain space you must repeat it. That's how our mind works, and then you're good, then there is no problem. Mind mapping, this is the best way of note taking. Whenever you take a note of something, first of all there is a note taking suggestion that I want to give it to you. So first of all, when you're taking notes, always take notes in this format. Don't never take linear notes. किसके बाद ये, इसके बाद ये. Take notes in the mind map. एक मेन बना लिया, इसके ये पोर्शन, इसके ये ब्रांचेस, इसके ये ब्रांचेस, इसके ये ब्रांचेस, एग्जैक्टली ऐसे a picture type, ऐसे माइंड मैप में, जैसे माइंड का शेप है. Second thing, note taking techniques. If you can write a sentence, अगर आपने 20 मिनट्स का लेक्चर सुना या फिर 20 मिनट्स की क्लासेस है, उसमें से आप 2 सेंटेंस लिख सकते हो या एक सेंटेंस लिख सकते हैं. So if you can write a sentence, do not write a paragraph. Problem with people is when we take notes, हमें लगता है कि जितना ज्यादा नोट्स ले, वैसे ही that's not a great note taking speed. If you can summarize everything and write one sentence, if you can write a sentence, do not write a paragraph. If you can write a phrase, सिर्फ 2 वर्ड के किसी phrase से, then do not write a sentence. If you can write a word, then don't write a phrase. And if you at all can remember that, don't even write that word. So that's the best note-taking advice I can give you. And this is how you take note, in this map, not linear. So start किया, बीच में टॉपिक दे दो कि this is focus and memory, उसके बाद एक ऐसे, इसमें ये है, ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे, इधर इधर ऐसे, linear नहीं. Okay, so yeah, some tips if I can give you, general tips that you can do that can actually help you be more focused and will refresh your memory. What you can do, take a walk. Taking a walk is always a great thing. Take a walk is an awesome thing. Anytime when you feel like tired, put everything down, go outside. Of course, not on the road these days, but take a walk. Take a walk for 5 minutes and come back. Because fresh air, when you take fresh air, your mind gets a lot of oxygen. Take a walk. Visualize idea. When someone is talking, you keep visualizing. Let's say someone is saying, please listen to me carefully. So what happened today? So someone is telling you a story. You must have seen somebody told you an entire story and you are asking the same question. So, okay, so when did you get up? He said, I told you, I get up in the morning. Oh, okay. And you said that, what did you do? I told you, I prepared a coffee. Oh, okay. It happens to you because you don't visualize. So if you really want to pay attention, you want to surprise people, somebody is telling you something, just visualize. Somebody says, oh, it was really dark that time, I woke up, I was 3 o'clock. Visualize, कि कैसा होगा? 3 o'clock, it must be dark. She must have got up from the bed. And then she said, then I prepared a coffee. So you imagine her, she must have got up from the bed. She must have got down. Then there must be a kitchen somewhere. So she must have gone to kitchen. Coffee prepared kiya. How she must have prepared coffee for it. गैस का बर्नर ऑन किया होगा, लाइटर ऑन किया होगा, then put a coffee, थोड़ा सा, then you remember everything so much in detail, so much in detail. And in no time, and I promise you, if you do this, people will start labeling you a genius. You're like, wow, how do you remember everything? So I do. Then you can play around. You say you have a gift. Yeah. Make up stories. When you have a situations like this, make up stories. So when you're good at making up 10 चीजें आपको याद करना है, तो think of stories कि पहले ये जैसे स्टोरी क्रिएट करना, अपने माइंड में ही क्रिएट कर लिया, झूठ मूठ की कोई सा भी स्टोरी के बहाने आपको वो सारी चीजें याद हो जाएगी. ट्राई स्पेस्ड रेपिटेशन. एक स्पेस्ड रेपिटेशन, एक सर्टेन स्पेस के बाद ही रिपीट करना. टेस्ट योरसेल्फ बाय रिकॉलिंग एनी टाइम. कीप चैलेंजिंग योरसेल्फ, कीप चैलेंजिंग योर ईगो. अभी आप कुछ काम कर रहे हो, ऑल ऑफ सडन आपको लगता है यार मैंने वहां पे जो पहला पेज पढ़ा था, या व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट स्लाइड, आज के मास्टर क्लास में पहला स्लाइड क्या था, क्या मुझे याद है, क्या मुझे याद क्या. सो समटाइम्स आई फील लाइक ओह फॉरगेट इट ना, इट डजंट मैटर. चैलेंज योरसेल्फ टाइम टू टाइम, कीप टेस्टिंग योरसेल्फ कि मुझे याद है क्या, क्या था वो, and to think about this कि what was that. It's really, really important. And then you remember something like, oh. And this is how you will become your habit. And you'll be very attention to detail. Everything you see, you will see very different than other people do. Because you will see to remember things. It's like you saw something at once and you remember now. आप एक game खेल सकते हो. I don't know what game you call it if you know already. We used to play in the school. I did not know कि कुछ memory technique था. Now I know. So we were asked to, this is called snake eyes या कुछ ऐसे था. I forgot the name exactly. So we had a few groups, 2-3 different groups. तो groups का क्या होता था कि one group will go outside 2 minutes के लिए, 2 मिनट के अंदर the other groups will change something. रूम में जैसे भी है, जैसे ये कॉफी मग यहाँ है तो इसको इधर कर दिया, इसको कुछ चेंज कर दिया, कुछ ऐसे. एक वहां पे मॉनिटर होता था. एंड द ग्रुप्स विल कम, और उनको 2 मिनट के अंदर वो 3 चीजें चेंज होती थी. तीनों चीजों को आइडेंटिफाई करना कि क्या चेंज हुआ यहाँ पे. Within 2 minutes, if they can find, they get a point. This is very interesting, very exciting, because the other audience would mislead people. Let's say कि if I know कि अच्छा कप यहाँ से चेंज किया गया, and I'm walking to the cup, and it's like नहीं, and they're like, oh, I think the cup is the one, and they pointed and they lost a point. So yeah, that was a very interesting game that you can play at home these days. So you say कि भाग जाओ, कुछ change करते हैं. So gradually, as we become mature, we become dishonest. फिर हम छोटी छोटी चीजें चेंज करते थे. Like, so I did my hair, तो पहले मेरा ये hair यहाँ पे था, अब यहाँ पे आ गया. So we spoiled that fun of the game because we started talking back. But yeah, that was really interesting. So there was like snake eyes ये kind of. So काम क्या होता था कि आपको 30 seconds time दिया जाएगा. You take a snapshot of everything. देख लो सब कुछ क्या कहाँ कैसे कैसे है. And of course there was a mediator in between कि क्या सही है, मतलब what changes are valid, what changes are not valid. Sometimes switches we used to do, एक switch on कर दिया, एक off कर दिया, and they're like, I don't know. So it was interesting. Yes, create acronyms. Acronyms create कर सकते हो. This is what you already do. कि उसके एक एक लेटर को लेके एक acronyms बना दिया, and then you remember everything. Create and apply pattern. एक certain pattern. So if you really want to remember something, you can create a pattern. Like if I want to remember a lot of stuff here, so I need to create a pattern कि इसमें से क्या pattern है. Pattern I need to create कि ठीक है, I can create a pattern कि ये room square type का है. So I can imagine this room is squared. तो स्टडी टेबल है यहाँ पे रिकॉर्डिंग माइक है, बॉटल है, ये है, डिफ्यूजर है. तो अच्छा, तो ये हो गया ऑफिस सेटिंग काइंड ऑफ. दिस इज देयर बेड है, वो एसी है. अच्छा, ये काइंड ऑफ हाउस हो गया. सो क्रिएट अ पैटर्न कि ठीक है, रूम इज स्प्लिट इनटू ऑफिस कम हाउस. Create a pattern and then you will be able to memorize. Know limits of your attention span and use them fully. It's very important. Know कि आपका attention span इतना ही देगा है. Use that. Use that whenever you are attentive. Because वो attention span आएगा फिर चला जाएगा. It fluctuates just like tube lights. Take rest whenever you can, however you can, and hydrate yourself all time. As much as you can hydrate yourself, take rest. Napping is a great thing. Lie down always. Instead of sitting somewhere, if you have a space, lie down. Because the blood runs to mind, and it really makes you more, so mentally you become very powerful. Take a nap. 5 minutes का भी है, वो 5 minutes का nap वाला लगा लो, आराम से. Just close your eyes. आपने कभी देखा कि no matter how tired you are, गलती से अगर आपने 5 मिनट का भी nap लिया, or you feel so good about that. You feel like, yeah, you're back. It's like shutting everything off. Because our entire body में भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, वो background apps के जैसा है. आपको लगता है कि फोन को आप कुछ नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन कुछ apps है वो continue है. Same is body. Nap is super important, and I think the excellent way of restoring your energy. Mental energy especially. Definitely physical.
Yes.
And we'll start a new practice. We'll let you know. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure, sir. Bye-bye.